What's up, guys? Welcome to High Crimes, episode 18. Whoa. It's a high number.
18, boy.
Cameron, why can we barely see you? What are we even looking at there? Is that you? Oh, I think that's his chair. Never mind. Now he's back. Now Cam is back. Let's see. Let me fix the goal. Everyone hit the like button for us. I need to set up a kind of a disclaimer for these episodes because a lot of new people come in and stuff, and I want it to be understood that there's a lot of jokes that get made on these podcast episodes. It's a lot of satire and stuff. We still take these murder cases and everything very serious and stuff, but I want to say, to anybody that's new that's coming through, we make a lot of jokes, so don't be surprised. Let me see. I'm slow right now.
Oh my god.
What? Cameron, Timmy, don't cuss. Calm down.
I said, oh my god, it's okay.
I know, but I'm just scared. Any moment you'll say something. Calm down.
The lenses in my glasses came out. Look at that. Can you see it?
You don't know how to have lenses in your glasses.
Oh, man. Where did it go?
Lenses are for dorks anyways. Just, have glasses with no lenses. That's way cooler.
Oh, yeah? Like this?
Yeah. No, the opposite. Wait. The opposite. That's the lenses that you're holding, right? You dork. Alright, so, what was I gonna say? So yeah, guys, also, I want to say the episode that we're about to watch, there's a link in the chat below. If you guys want to check out the original episode here that we're about to watch, link in the description below. Again, everybody hit the like button for us. You can't make jokes on the internet. Exactly, Alex. If you enjoy this podcast, make sure to help with the goal. It's kind of small up there, but it's there, okay? Just like Timmy's wiener. It's small, but it's there, and it still matters. Okay?
I have a huge wiener.
I mean,
it's like the size of 2 of your wieners.
You didn't have to tell everyone that. Alright. Let's do this. Timmy is gone. How are you doing today, Cameron? Oh, wait, no. Cameron doesn't talk. I forgot.
Water with orange.
You just thumbs up or thumbs down. Yeah. Okay. So,
this water.
Is that Gatorade stuff? What is that?
It's Mio Sport Orange.
Oh, that's for dorks.
It's got electrolytes.
Oh, it's still for dorks. I don't know. I've never tried one of those things. Shab needs money to pay for a hair transplant. See, Andrew gets it.
Exactly what you need when you're drunk is electrolytes to replenish your brain. Yeah,
you're lying.
Exactly.
Drink that crap, yo. All right, let's get this video started. Surprised no one else is here to join us. Oh wait, no, there's Two Guns. Who invited you, Two Guns?
You did.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry. How are you doing, Two Guns?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Well, that's not good enough. Do better.
Okay, hang on.
I didn't say fart. I don't get what that has to do.
Yeah, I tried to squeeze one out. I figured, I could just fart out the bad vibes. But I'll try again later.
Whoa.
Look at it. I drank a whole
Whoa.
Size of my head. It's the whole size of my head, Trubisky, that I drank tonight.
Two Guns.
That's
He drank Kraken.
Kraken. In college, sometimes I would get a handle of that, and I would wear an eye patch, and I would drink straight from the handle for myself, and that was my drink for the night.
Wow, what a weirdo.
And I did a shitty pirate voice. It was great.
You weren't supposed to cuss.
Oh.
Is Mango in the chat?
I hate you two guys.
Alright, I quit.
I hate you. I'll see you in hell.
Okay.
Oh, let me close.
Is Mango in the chat?
Well, I think she's doing like an episode of something tonight. So I think she's gonna be busy. She's not gonna be watching. What was it? Okay, so you got here right in time, Two Guns, to watch this right from the start. Billy, you looking
Red Eye's
cute
here
today.
too.
Yeah. Who?
Red Eye.
No one invited.
Red Eye.
All these poopy doopy heads. Red Eye, show me your anus hole. I mean, wait, no, don't say anything. No more cuss words.
Okay.
Two Guns already did a cuss word. You guys are gonna ruin everything. The algorithm was loving me a minute ago. It was totally loving me. Okay, alright, let me fix the cameras. Okay.
Trubisky, I want you to know that I only did it because I deeply disrespect you.
Shut up, okay? Your pee-pee looks weird, okay?
That's true.
Especially from an angle.
I have an appointment.
Alright, let's get this video started. I'm pretty sure the guy in the pink shirt is the one to blame for whatever's about to be explained.
And I just realized when I was taking a pee that the word they use for me is homicidal maniac. But that's the correct term, right?
It was one of the most brutal killing sprees in all of Maine's history, sending shockwaves through the small town of Amity. Fortunately, and to the relief of the townspeople, it wasn't long before a suspect in the triple homicide was apprehended. However, the motive they gave behind the killings is one of the most...
What is Timmy doing?
Hmm?
What are you doing?
Trying to clean my beard. It's all wet.
Oh, I thought you were like trying not to throw up or something. I didn't know what was happening over there.
most bizarre and unbelievable, leaving investigators questioning how much was fact and how much was twisted fiction. Entangled amongst the killer's countless outrageous statements is the remaining question. Was it a revenge slaying, so-called vigilante justice, or a senseless crime carried out by a cold-blooded murderer who just wanted to know what it was like to kill? Referring to Amity, Maine as a...
Oh my gosh, Taylor became a dank boss. Thank you, Taylor. Sorry the gifting thing wasn't working. I don't know how to get that functioning correctly or if it is or what. But thank you, Taylor. Look at Taylor. So amazing. I'm going to take a dab.
Tiny town is a bit of an understatement. There were only 238 residents back.
Would you call me Timmy?
As a Taylor, Tay, she's my wifey.
Whoa.
I'm married.
Whoa.
Me and Tay are BFFs forever.
Whoa. No way. You're lying. Yeah, thank you,
True.
Taylor.
Back in 2010, and with the savagely brutal killings, the count was further reduced by 3 on the night of June 22nd. With one crime, Amity's innocence had been stolen, and things would never be the same. On June 23rd, 30-year-old Jason DeHaan's brother became worried when he hadn't returned home from his friend 55-year-old Jeff Ryan's house, where he had spent the previous evening. He decided to go to Jeff's house himself. At first, there was no sign of either of them. That is, until he used a flashlight to look through the window of Jeff's mobile home. He caught sight of a large amount of blood and immediately called his father, Robert DeHaan, to inform him of the shocking discovery. Robert soon arrived, and together the two men made their way inside. The home was hauntingly still. At first glance, it appeared that no one was there. Robert made his way to one of the bedrooms, and that was where he encountered the first horrific sight. Jeff's 10-year-old son, Jesse Ryan, was clearly deceased, lying on the floor of the bedroom. and it was immediately apparent that the little boy's last moments had been horrific. At this point, the men notified authorities. Maine State Police troopers soon responded, and it wasn't long before the other 2 victims were located nearby. Jeff's body was found in a shed on the property, and they found Jason's mutilated body had been abandoned at the end of the driveway. Initially, Jeff's truck was nowhere to be found. A few days later...
Taylor, if you have your account hooked up and you just became a member and stuff, it might just take a minute for it to, whatever, maybe you need to restart Discord or whatever, like, you just did it, so maybe, that's why, I'm not sure. Let me, yeah, Cameron's everyone's brother.
Cameron is my brother.
He's my brother, and I kissed him.
I'm Timothy Sharp.
Cameron, my brother.
My last name is Sharp.
Whoa.
Don't dox me. I'm Timothy Sharp, but don't dox me.
Timothy Sharp.
It was located approximately 15 miles from his home. It had been set on fire, apparently to destroy any evidence the assailant had left behind. The whole situation was impossible to swallow. Initially, it appeared to have been a random ambush. There was no other explanation as to how these individuals had been chosen. For the first time, the town lived in fear. A homicidal maniac was on the loose, potentially roaming the streets, preparing to attack again. It was imperative that the killer be found immediately before any additional lives could be taken. A wealth of evidence was gathered from the crime scene. Amongst the items collected were beer bottles and cigarette butts, as well as fingerprints, and most importantly, the DNA profile of an unknown male was found.
Yeah, 2 Guns and Red Eye forced their way on the show, Raisin. They didn't even ask for consent, just like when they stuck their wiener in my butt.
Are 2 Guns and Red Eye here?
Nope. Yeah, what are you, not paying attention?
Oh, here he is.
Turn your camera on, 2 Guns.
No.
What a C word. What a B word, C word.
I made yogurt.
Wow.
Gotta get my probiotics on, boys.
Yeah.
While a variety of law enforcement agencies were hard at work on the case, an elderly couple, Robert Bob Strout and Joy Strout, sat for an interview with a local newspaper. The pair had connections with one of the victims, Jeff Ryan. Bob and Joy's daughter, Tamara Strout, had a teenage daughter with Jeff. Their granddaughter had just lost her father, and though it didn't initially seem there was any other connection to the ongoing case, one would soon emerge. Detectives conducted numerous interviews, which eventually revealed someone had been staying with Bob and Joy Strout for a few weeks, including at the time of the killings, a young man by the name of Thayne Ormsby. You see, Thane's mother was good friends with the Strout's daughter, and Thayne moved in with the couple to help them around the house, cooking, cleaning, and taking care of their pheasants and other birds. Since he was at the Strout's home at the time of the killings, police believed that Thayne could have...
What?
And killing all your family.
You don't know that.
For him to kill all the family. The FBI.
You're lying. That's it. Take care of him, 2 Guns. Put something in his mouth or something. Take care of him.
I just looked at the camera.
Ew.
Witness something potentially helpful for the case.
Hold on.
The thing was, at the time...
Yogurt. A little bit more yogurt in my beer.
2 Guns, do you think Timmy is too drunk tonight?
Yes.
You think we should beat him up?
Yep. Hold him down.
Look at the big clock.
I'm gonna take you on MySpace Minecraft or whatever, and teach you a lesson.
I bet you ain't got a clock that Biscuit. Look at how big that clock is.
Whoa, calm down. That clock, whoa.
Oh, that clock is so big.
Oh my god.
My mouth.
Such a big clock. Oh my god.
Thayne was no longer living with Bob and Joy. Luckily, the couple knew exactly where he was. Thayne had made a recent move to Dover in Maine's neighboring state of New Hampshire. There he was now living with Bob and Joy's son, which made tracking him down even easier for detectives. Maine State Police detectives spoke to Thayne at the residence on June 29th, 1 week after the killings, and asked him a few questions. At the time, Thayne agreed to provide his fingerprints and a sample of his DNA during the course of the meeting. On July 2nd, the detectives returned to the residence where Thayne was staying. They asked if he'd be willing to speak with them at a Dover, New Hampshire police station, and he obliged. They had a feeling he knew more than he'd originally let on, though he was being cooperative so far. With that, the interview gets underway. The majority of the following interrogation footage has never been seen before.
Because you know the family better than anybody, right?
I'll do my best. I don't know that I know them better than anybody, but
Well, you know them better than I do. That's
perhaps.
You know. No, we talked to a lot of people. You know, we talked to Tamara, obviously, Mariah.
You might recall that Tamara is the daughter of Bob and Joyce Strout. Mariah is the daughter of Tamara and Jeff Ryan, one of the murder victims.
Then I talked to Tanya.
Note that Tanya is another daughter of Bob.
Hold on a sec. Also take note. The suspect has not. What are you supposed to do every time the police want to have a chat to your kids? You're supposed to lawyer up.
Kiss the cop on the mouth immediately.
All acceptable answers. Passionately kiss the police officer and ask for your legal representation.
Ask for consent from the police officer. Of course.
Yeah,
That's what the lawyers
go right up to the jail door and go like this.
Whoa.
Nah, I don't know what you do.
I just touch my penis whenever I can't figure out what to do.
When I was in the I was locked up in the drunk tank before, not in a real jail, in a drunk tank. That's what I went up to the door and I was like, phone call, lawyer. They said I was very entertaining. Are you guys still there?
I'm afraid so. We're still here. No, I'm just kidding. No, I would advise not to antagonise the police in any way, shape, or form if you're in the drunk tank.
Yeah, it was a bad idea. All they said was I was an entertaining inmate, and then like 6 hours later they let me out.
That's not so bad.
I asked them to turn off the lights. They turned off the lights for like 4 seconds, and then they shut them right back on again.
Huh.
God damn it. I mean, gosh darn it.
Yeah, watch your fucking mouth, man.
Wow.
Drop the F-bomb.
It's already too late.
I hope the audience appreciates the level of professionalism on display here right now on this live show. It's like chef's kiss.
Yeah, we're basically the best. Sheb could learn a thing or two from us.
We are the gold standard.
Indubitably.
The dankest of dumpsters.
Yes. Shavisky's back, everyone. Stop talking about his penis.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Has he been caught yet? Was he caught?
What?
He was caught, right?
What?
Was he caught yet?
Gene? No, he's still out there.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Gene is still out there.
Guys, I have a Heineken here. Tip any amount to get me to open it up. Do it.
Any amount?
Any amount. Even $10 million. I'll even accept that much.
That Red Star commie beer.
What?
Gee whiz.
It's a fucking deal. I mean, it's a deal.
No, you're a deal. All right, here we go.
Bob and Joy. She actually holds a significant place in this story because the interview the detective has just referred to was precisely how they learned that Thayne had been staying with Bob and Joy for the past few weeks, prior to his recent move to New Hampshire.
She's a piece of work, you know.
Oh, yeah.
She thought I was this cat's ass. She thinks you're gorgeous, by the way.
I know.
Oh, really?
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Who the hell was that?
Sexy.
Cameron coming through with $1. Thank you, Cameron.
Oh, I was just going to do the same thing.
Well, do it. Okay, just do it anyways. Okay? Don't let Cameron stop you. Just do it. Okay?
I'm going to use all 255 characters.
Whoa.
Of message.
You don't know how to do that.
5 characters. Oh, watch me. I'm going to use all 255 characters.
You don't know how to do that. So yeah, come through with those tips, guys. Thank you, guys. Cheers.
You'll notice right off the bat that Thayne really is a piece of work, for lack of a better way to describe him. However, the detectives are savvy. Don't let their unassuming demeanors fool you. It's all an act to get Thayne to talk, and talk he does.
Guys like you make me feel old, because I've been in this criminal division here for 20 years.
Yeah.
You're 20.
And I'm
so. Oh, what? You don't want
You've
to?
been working this.
Huh?
I hope I didn't mix these up.
Find out.
Yeah, you'll know.
Where's yours?
No, if I make that, I'll be going to the bathroom in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
They continue the small talk and keep the conversation lighthearted. Have faith, though. There's a method behind this madness.
He's Dale Keaton, and you're
Adam Stoudemeyer.
Adam Stoudemeyer.
Yeah.
You're from New Hampshire.
Kittery.
Yeah,
Practically.
Yeah.
Actually, you say that. I was born at the hospital in Portsmouth, so.
Okay.
The detectives
spit in
continue
my
to build
coffee.
rapport because they know that pushing too quickly could cause Thayne to stop talking or ask for a lawyer. Clearly, though, Thayne is enjoying the conversation. Or maybe it's just the sound of his own voice or being the center of attention. They touch on a variety of subjects, and Thayne has a lot to contribute.
And what really went wrong is I got engaged. That's what went wrong.
Who'd you get engaged to?
Cindy Courier. And she left me for my best friend. 2 weeks before the wedding.
This particular tangent, like each of the others thus far, is completely unrelated to the reason for this meeting. Though it may not appear so, the interview is off to an excellent start. The detectives did their homework, and they obviously know what makes Thayne tick, how he views himself, and how he wants others to view him. This helps them determine the best way to approach him, and will hopefully cause him to let his guard down and reveal the truth. An intriguing question soon makes its way into the conversation as they continue this little session of getting to know one another.
What person in your life do you think you most respect?
Person in my life. Living person?
Yeah, whatever.
It doesn't matter. Andrew Beardsley.
Who's that?
He was my coach, mentor, I consider him, and literature teacher in high school. And he's the nephew to Bill Beardsley, who was just running for governor.
Okay, I was wondering if there was a
connection with Hudson College. He did his college thesis on Tolkien. J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah.
He taught a class on Tolkien. I took a class on
Mr.
Tolkien.
Beardsley,
I love
if you
Lord of the
want.
Rings. Somewhere early in The Hobbit. The Hobbits.
Timmy, I think you might be high. Are you on drugs, Timmy?
Mr. Beardsley, I require you to call me Mr. Beardsley from now on.
Red Eye?
Mr.
You heard
Throw-
Mr. Beardsley. Don't fuck around. You'll
Red
find
Eye.
out.
Red Eye, throw
I'm
him in the
drinking my
bathtub. Throw him in the bathtub and then jump in the bathtub with him.
Oh, can I put some bubble bath in there? Maybe a little
Hold
bit of
on,
jello?
I'm gonna prove. Look how clean my bathtub is.
What the fuck? I don't I don't care about your bathtub. Oh,
Clean.
okay, never mind. I do care about your bathtub. Holy shit. Sparkly,
Yeah.
clean. Amazing.
More than
And you got
Clean.
axe? Dude, that's gangsta
Clean.
shit, dude. Whoa.
That's
clean. Look at
That's
this.
pretty amazing. We should do like a cribs, except for it's like showers.
See how clean my shower is?
Show off your
Clean,
bathtub.
boy, clean.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's
Tubs
gangsta.
with the
You clean
Z.
it.
Tubs.
I
Yeah.
didn't clean it. I have a maid.
We're gonna pimp
Our
that
favorite book.
tub.
Thayne
Whoa.
shows us a bit of his scholarly side here.
I'm like, yeah, I don't get it.
Every 3 months.
You watch that?
Yeah.
Zero. Yeah.
Well, there's this
Was
more.
that the one with Precious, the little Precious? That guy, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
go on. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing to do with the other show there.
Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
No.
Different breed.
Different.
And the detectives continue to let him talk. They feed his ego as they play up his intellect and downplay their own. After sufficient time has been invested in efforts to build a strong rapport, the detective cuts to the
Dude, yeah, you hear how the guy was like, oh yeah, it's not like that other show. What's it like? He's acting like he didn't know what Harry Potter was or whatever. Like, they're doing like they're playing a Shabisky, Red Eye. They're doing a Shabisky.
Yeah, what's a Harry Potter?
What's what's the toilet paper? Wipe my what? I've never heard of this.
chase, and
What?
the moment this has all been building
You made
towards, he confronts
$3,000.
Thayne with a direct question.
That's not a $3,000 guitar.
Yeah, it was only like $100. This sticker though, this sticker is $3,000.
The sticker is worth $3,000. Damn, that's a nice sticker.
Yeah.
Stick that on a really nice guitar and make it worth even more. Let's do it.
So what about this case here? We'll start with the beginning here.
Like all the cheap-
What type of person you think would do this?
No, I haven't given that much thought.
Yet, if a serious crime happens in a small town to people you know, and as a result you're sitting in an interrogation room, it's hard to believe you haven't given it a lot of thought. Though he isn't really showing it, Thayne is likely feeling some level of stress, which would be normal given the circumstances. His hands have been touching since he entered the room, and while it's possible this is simply a comfortable and a typical position for him, it may be a self-soothing behavior due to feelings of stress.
Someone would have to be cold. Greedy, maybe? I don't know. Someone would have to be just heartless. I mean, I never met his son,
I think
Mariah's little brother, but who could do that?
Well, you never know. I mean, the biggest thing that we don't understand is reason.
What did you say, Timmy?
But look at this hemp wrap. Look at this hemp wrap. Oh yeah.
You don't know what a hemp wrap is, Timmy. You don't know that.
I mean, there's a reason for everything, you know, and mistakes happen. And that's the reason why even a computer has a delete key, you know.
Right.
Mistakes happen. Wrong place, wrong time, panic, self-defense, who knows? And you're well aware of the Constitution and all that stuff, right?
Well,
Dude,
Well,
let's
aware
see
of the Constitution and your rights and all that stuff. Do you understand you're not under arrest?
yes, I understand.
Okay.
that I'm
If you ever
under
want to
arrest.
leave, you just tell me. All right, all I ask is, don't be
Oh,
rude
wait,
about it.
nice.
Things
I mean,
that-
I'd be a little bit shocked if I were under arrest, to tell you.
I'd be a little bit shocked if I were under arrest, to tell you the truth. Like that. Wow, what a good act you're putting on. I'd be shocked a bit.
That's so dumb. Like, as soon as they get arrested, they should have been, like, in the back of the cop car. It's been like, so I get one phone call, right? So I can call my lawyer.
As soon as they started an interrogation about a murder, he should have, he should have said he wants his lawyer.
I don't know what a murder is.
To be honest, you saying that I murdered this family, it does. I've kind of feel disrespected. Okay.
When I was 13, I split my head open. Can you tell? Look at that scar on my head. You see it right here?
About time you got that. All right, I'm gonna take a dab. Cheers, you guys.
When I was only 7 years old, I hit my head, and I don't remember what happened before then. I killed 13 people. I don't even remember.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, look at him there. He's just sitting there going, Paris, you thought, I'd be offended if you said I was under arrest for murdering all those people that I murdered. I mean,
This is what rap guys in Canada wear. The North Face. Do you see that?
Whoa.
This is what Canadian rappers wear.
Uh-huh. See, it's just crazy, like, because you look at this guy and, you know, if any of us were, like, hanging out and we saw this guy pass, probably just be like, hey, look, you know, there's a douche, there's some stuck-up douchebag, whatever, or if we'd talk to him or something. But you'd never think this is the kind of person to not only murder multiple people, but even murder a little, like, how old was that kid?
Allegedly.
Yeah, if that's the case. But it was like a little 12-year-old kid or some bullshit. I don't remember what age they said he was. But it's like, holy shit. It's just like, it's crazy what people, you know, two guns, for instance, could do.
Yes, what I could do.
What he could do. Not saying he's...
Look at that.
Whoa.
See that white on the ground?
Is that cum?
Yeah, that's cum. It's God's cum.
It's God's cum. That's what I was about to say. It's God's cum. He's just happy. What? That's awesome.
The hospital. You see the hospital? See, if I'm ever in trouble, just tell me to go across the street.
Okay.
Just go across the street, right to the hospital.
Yeah,
see the big
right
H
there.
in the sky?
You got it. Just start crawling over there. You got it.
Yeah,
got
I'll
this.
just crawl over there.
All right.
So would I. But,
I'm here to cooperate.
Well, that's right. But and I appreciate that. I know you know your rights and all that stuff. One of the formalities that we have to do is to read your rights. Okay, you can probably recite it better.
Oh, crap. Sunfire coming through with a 5. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Sunfire. Guys, be like Sunfire and help me with the Dank Dumpster goal. I've been having big goals lately because I'm going on a trip here soon and just want to raise funds for that. 8 more days. Can you believe it?
$1,300 is the goal, boys.
Yes, that's
$1,300.
Yes, that's the amount.
Better than I can.
I don't know that I could recite it.
Right, but you understand it though.
The detectives intentionally downplay the formalities, and Thayne seems to think he has this one in the bag. We're about to see, however, that this definitely isn't the case. After the short detour for Miranda warnings, the detective picks right back up where he left off.
Formalities, right?
Right.
So, where were we? We were talking about what type of person would do that. You said cold, greedy, heartless.
Someone just with no love for life, no love for things that grow. Yeah. And I mean, what we know about Tolkien and Tolkien's writing, you seem like you know a little bit more about Tolkien. Mm-hmm. It's, you know, his main themes are hope and hopelessness and a love for things that grow.
Interesting. And this brings us to the next question, as the detective once again pulls Thayne back in from his most recent departure from the topic.
What should happen to the person when we find him?
What should happen?
When we find the bad guy, what should happen?
Well, I imagine you're going to read him his rights, formality,
right,
and lock him away.
You think he should go to jail?
Of course. Yeah.
Well, unless there's a good reason. Can you think of any good reason something like this could happen?
A good reason?
Yeah. Do you think of any reason? I mean, again, we don't understand reasons. You know, just because he did something like this doesn't mean you got to go to jail for all your life. You know, but just can you think of any good reason for something like this to happen?
I cannot think of any good reason something like that could happen.
So far, he isn't able to provide a reason. Not yet, at least. The detective travels back several years and inquires about an event that seems to have had a profoundly negative impact on Thayne.
You lived with Uncle Steve. You were at Uncle Steve's through the high school years?
That's right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So obviously things were not going good with your mom during this.
Age 12 up to age 17.
Anything significant happened at age 12 to make you want to move out from mom to go with Uncle Steve?
Well,
Anything
it wasn't my choice. It was a matter of DHHS or DHS, Department of Health and Human Services.
He claims that he was allegedly abused by his mother, which resulted in him being removed from her care at age 12 and into his uncle's home until he was 17. It's possible that Thayne is exaggerating or even fabricating his history of alleged abuse as a ploy for sympathy. The detectives touch on high school and how that ended for Thayne. This may be a sore subject, considering his inflated view of his high level of intelligence.
Now, you graduated in 08?
That was the class of 08.
Yeah. And you graduated from Ellsworth High School?
I didn't graduate.
Oh, you didn't graduate there. What happened there?
It's kind of weird how people like this will consider themselves so much more intelligent than other people, because it's like when it comes to murdering other people, I assume he murdered the people that I was talking about in the beginning. It's like, what did you gain from that? I mean, because I could understand a lot more, maybe, no one should do like someone being paid to murder someone or something. No one should do that kind of stuff. At least it makes a lot more sense to do it for $50,000 or something like that, or something, or at least getting back at somebody. Maybe that's actually what this comes down to. Maybe he was getting back at somebody that lived in the house and took out the other people there too, just so there was no witnesses or something.
That's a long story too.
We got plenty of time. You got plenty of time and coffee and even candy bars if you want.
But still, when it comes down to it, it's such a stupid choice to make. To murder someone, because you know that when you live here in America, you're basically just killing yourself if you get caught. You're not going to be killed, but you're going to go to jail for most of your life, if not the rest of your life or something. Maybe given the death sentence, depending on where you live and stuff. But it's you're you screwing over someone else. I don't know. It's such a stupid choice to make. Not just because it's messed up and stuff. It's a stupid choice to make from their point of view. It's what do you accomplish in the end? It's I don't know. May as well just become a butcher. One of those people that work at what's
an
it?
abattoir.
Abattoir. What's it called? The place that
Slaughterman.
Slaughterhouse. Yeah, may as well work at a slaughterhouse or something if that's what you really are fucking into. Find something. Goddamn. At least. Yeah, exactly. Without I don't know.
Hey, Bisky, would you be surprised if I told you that my grandfather and my father used to run an abattoir and 2 butcher shops?
No, that explains why you are how
Explains
you are.
a lot.
That is why you were a psycho. I get it. Did you ever see that kind of stuff?
Dude, before I went to school the first 4 years of my life, I had my own gumboots so I could walk around on the floor of the slaughterhouse and I'd be wading around in blood and guts.
Hey.
Man, I worked at a no, it wasn't a slaughterhouse. It was a meat packaging plant. But I worked with people that did work at a slaughterhouse. They said all they did was every now and then one of the cows or something would be still alive. So they took a big prod and just and they were gone.
Yeah.
A big huge
I couldn't
cat prod.
Oy.
Right
I would hate
between
to work. Yeah, I would hate to work that kind of job because, I wouldn't want to. I don't like to hurt. I wouldn't want to hurt little animals, let alone big animals. If I accidentally hurt a lizard or something I was trying to catch, it hurt. I felt so bad and stuff. I would hate to do a job where I constantly have to. Kill that thing. Kill that thing. Kill that thing. Kill that thing. Just, oh my god.
That a constant stream of.
It's easy though.
It was
like a little gun. You just shoot them, and it goes a prod goes right through their brain.
Yeah, I would hate that job.
My dad was doing this back in the 70s, so that what we had a version of that. It was called a 22 rifle, and and the cattle knew what was going on. They know. So they'd get herded through a shed, and then a chute would open up, and they would get pushed in. It was a big steel box, and then there'd just be a dude with a gun there, and he'd just get it right behind their ear in a sweet spot and just put it straight in their brain. They'd drop to the ground, would open the thing up, and then pull them out. The sheep, however,
Yeah.
that was
real
entertaining
quick.
as shit.
Timmy
You go.
coming through with a one said, $1 tip. So why don't you play Hogwarts Legacy? Because that's for girls. Ask Cameron, he'll tell you.
Girl.
Yeah. What were you
The
saying?
girl or boy character in Hogwarts Legacy.
You're lying.
Girl. Yeah,
You
sheep
can make
used
it-
to just get decapitated too.
You can make it both genders.
I want to be
You
non-gender.
can be non-gender. Yeah, you can do that.
I want to be just like a G.I. Joe or something, just flat.
You can give
there.
yourself long. You can give yourself long, like curly hair, like Cameron, with a little beard, like me.
I want both. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say here? What were you saying though, Red Eye?
The sheep, that's a real gruesome one. So imagine a circular saw that's suspended from really thick cable, and one guy would hold the sheep's snout, the other guy would hold the sheep's hindquarters, and you just line it up, get the saw about an inch above their neck, and then there was a little thing on the cable where you'd pull it, and it would drop about the width of a sheep's neck, and this saw would just, and the diameter of the blade was about a meter. It was fucking huge, and this thing would just go whack, like it was butter, and the sheep's head would go blip, and sometimes the sheep's body would get loose, and they could run quite a distance without a head. It was fucking impressive.
Like a little baby too.
They-
They're just like, wah!
No, these
Yeah.
things, if they were gone in a
Like,
second, it'd sever their spinal cord in it was just out
Yeah,
like
it's
a
like
light.
that shit is so disgusting, and it's like it's such a cool thing. It's such a thing that we need to appreciate, that we don't have to deal with that. I can just chill here at home, do live streams, and when I want some lamb or whatever the fuck it is, I can order it, and I don't have to watch it get murdered and all that. I don't have to be in that process of it or whatever. And it's a what's the word I'm looking for there? What?
You just consume the end result.
Fed sheep.
Well, what? It's that's why I
I'll
find
just
it
say
weird
this.
people going and hunting deer and stuff as a sport. I don't
Meat's
know.
expensive.
Well,
Meat's
I get
fucking
it for that,
expensive.
but I don't get it like doing it for fun, other than just the for meat and money wise. I get that. That's different.
Oh,
But
if
I've
you've
seen
never
guys
been, and
go
you
like-
don't get it. I used to go hunting when I was a kid, and the most thrilling day of hunting I ever had was me, a single shot lever action rifle in the middle of the bush with wild pigs, and it was like they had just as much of a chance to ruin my day if I wasn't paying attention. And
Yeah.
that's the thing. And then there's that more hardcore version where there's dudes out here will take their dogs out, put like leather sort of armor on their dogs, on their gut cavity and their chest, and they will get a couple of dogs and a knife and go and hunt pigs. The dogs will grab the pig, and then they'll come in with their knife and cut it straight. Then you got the Hawaiian version, which is even more hardcore. They don't worry about the dogs. They just find a pig trail, find a tree, climb up the tree, wait for the pig to walk underneath them, and then jump out of the tree and land on the pig, and then have a hungy. So the Hawaiians are the kings of pig hunting, because they literally just knife
man,
and then
you really talked me into this, Red Eye. You're right. I should get to stabbing pigs in the fucking neck with my dog. That would be awesome. If only I stabbed pigs in the neck when I was a child, then I'd have a good childhood, Red Eye. If only I stabbed animals in the neck with a knife. That's
Oh,
not
you
a
you
knife.
haven't
This is a
lived.
knife, piggy.
No,
This
you
is a
haven't lived.
knife.
You haven't lived until you pick up one of your own dogs and put their guts back in their gut cavity and drive them to the vet. And my mate's had to do that to one of his dogs. And I also know another bloke that was he was crossing a fence line, so he put his gun up and leaned it against the fence because he was out pig hunting, and he would put his one leg through the fence, and guess what came raging out of the bush and nailed him? A big razorback boar, and got its tusks right into his belly and went whick, and opened him up, and
See,
his
he,
gut,
the
his
more
guts
you
spilled out. Listen to this. His guts spilled out on the fucking ground. He had to scoop up his own entrails, hold them, get back to his four-wheel drive, and then drive about half an hour to get to the fucking hospital. And he passed out just as he pulled up at the hospital. And they've opened up the cab of his Land Cruiser, and the whole cab was full of his blood because he's basically just about bled out. He survived. He spent 4 or 5 months in hospital, and now he's back out in his property. Fucking mad lad.
You talked me into it. I'm going to become a pig hunter now. Okay, you don't have to go on any more, Red Eye. I'm totally into this. I'm totally down. I'm going to go pig hunting now. This, like, you don't have to tell me any more stories of horrific things happening. I want this. I want to stab a pig and it to stab me and me stab it and it stab me. That's fucking gangsta as shit.
Oh, dude, here's the best bit. If they manage to get the best of you and you're out in the bush and no one finds you, you know what they'll do to you?
Fuck you.
No, they'll fucking eat you.
Oh, the fuck? Wait.
They will fucking eat you. One of the favourite ways to get rid of a body is take it to a piggery.
Don't tell. Whoa! Calm down. This is the wrong video to tell that information for. Okay. Whoa.
I'm not kidding.
There isn't a good way to get rid of a body, guys, because you'll always get caught. Okay, right? Timmy. Yes. See.
Sure, you do.
Yes.
The only
Okay.
possible.
Even if you look like a cute surfer boy, you'll still get caught in the end. That's just how it works, guys. I'm sorry. Okay.
Well, you should always be friends with a pig farmer. Get rid of the evidence. Allegedly.
If you
always.
if you grease the jury enough, jerk them all off.
Whoa, allegedly.
All right. Back to this. Let's go back to the surfer. God, Timmy, you sexual guy.
Yeah, dude, I totally killed him, Dad.
I've got my car and my license and almost all of my credits.
This guy kind of sounds
You've
like
likely
Gene.
noticed by now that Thane's word usage is atypical. Because he didn't finish high school, perhaps Thayne is trying to make up for it by using a higher level vocabulary to appear as smart or smarter than the detectives.
Ellsworth was a school system that changed their systems, treated us like guinea pigs, and treated us like we were in prison cells.
If what Thayne is saying has any truth to it, you'd think he'd make every effort possible to avoid ending up in a prison cell. Bear in mind, though it's not always the case, a troubled childhood can lead to legal issues later on in life.
You know, I started partying. That was my whole party phase. It pretty much started and ended at 17, really.
He did some stupid stuff.
What was the stupidest thing if you did?
Stupid.
Even if you didn't get caught,
Did.
stupid.
Oh no, I got caught. And I always get caught.
You always get caught.
Oh yeah. It's the weirdest thing. Anything I ever do, there's always someone looking, you know?
And it's just like, will I do anything wrong?
Yeah.
This is an interesting question here. Needless to say, detectives can see past this facade.
We stole a gun from my friend's house. This same Michael, who is now marrying my ex-fiancée in the same very church that we were getting married in. Yep. And what had happened is I turned myself in. I found out the police were looking for me. I said, okay. I walked right in and said, hi, my name's Thayne Ormsby, and I'm here to turn myself in.
What you get for a punishment, right?
Probation.
Promise not to do it again.
Basically, yeah. Well, I mean, I was underage, and it was my first offense.
Thayne is trying to appear as if he was a criminal during that short-lived phase, but quickly returned to his law-abiding ways. Turning himself in, as he just alleged, was likely a self-serving behavior, possibly to receive a lesser punishment rather than because he was truly remorseful for his actions. This appears to be an attempt to self-promote and make himself seem like he does the right thing. He likely told the detective this story in an attempt to control how they see him. If he's honest about this story, he may believe that he will then appear like he's always honest. After this most recent digression, the detective refocuses the conversation. And as you'll see, Thayne's demeanor changes significantly. Maybe it's because this topic makes him uncomfortable.
Okay, let's talk about how you met Jeff.
He came over to Bob and Joyce
Okay, do you remember when that was?
early when I got there, a couple days after I got there.
Thayne's posture changes here. He's slouched and leaning forward now, appearing tense and concerned, where before he appeared casual and calm. A change in demeanor such as this could be a sign of deception. You might think that he needs to look the detective in the eye in order to sound truthful.
And tell me about that conversation. How'd that go?
We didn't really have a conversation. I mean, he came in and he talked to Bob and Joy, and I was there.
And you knew at this point that he is Mariah's father.
Yeah, I know.
And you guys hit it off? I hit it off?
Yeah, we get along. We were cool. He said, come on over, blah, blah, blah.
How long was he there and stuff?
Half an hour.
Half an hour.
Was 20 minutes.
Was the little boy not there at this point?
No. He was with his mother.
It's not long before Thayne takes Jeff up on the invite and makes a visit to his home.
How long ago after the first visit were you up there?
A week.
About a week later?
About a week later.
Okay. And what's going on when you're up there this week later?
It's just Jeff. Jeff's alone drinking a beer, mowing his lawn
Outside.
outside.
And then I went
How
out
was
on the lawn and I
Jeff
said, boy,
Jeff was
you
doing
don't.
good. Jeff was talking about his son, saying he was going to be back.
So this was about...
Guys, let's get to 20 likes on this stream for another dab. 20 likes.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Come on
you
now.
nailed this
My
out.
dollar.
Because you only lived up there 3 weeks, you said, right?
Yeah, it's all such a short proximity.
Right. So you were there, you met him, and then about a week later you go out. So that would have been a week before this whole thing happened. You were there, and he's mowing the lawn.
He's mowing the lawn.
The detectives are really beginning to focus in on all of the details, and Thayne's attitude has noticeably changed.
So you're there, and what goes on? He's mowing the lawn. He stopped mowing.
He's mowing the lawn. He stopped mowing the lawn, talked to me, invited me in, said, have a beer. I had a beer with him. I sat and drank a beer with him.
Mm-hmm.
Joy actually called. Joy knew I was
Smashed
there.
the beer bottle over his
Called me
head.
and told me, come back and help me with the
Yeah,
garden.
How did you get there?
How did
Calm
I get
down,
I
Timmy.
walked up.
You walked up.
Yeah, it's a
Calm
short
down.
distance.
You didn't take your bike.
No.
Okay.
Though it's not quite clear yet, everything is beginning to come together.
I'm a visual guy. Can you draw the trailer for me and say where you went in that trailer? Because it's important to see where you went and all that stuff. Can you do that for
He
me?
showed me around.
Sure.
Yeah, right there.
Despite his claim of being a visual guy, there's much more to this seemingly simple request. Having a suspect draw something instead of simply stating it is a step in the read technique that solidifies the statements the suspect is making, so there's less confusion and more detail. This also makes it harder to retract statements later. The detectives can also use
This
the
is where
drawing
he
to
was
point out
mowing the
specific
lawn.
things when they start confronting him.
This is where
So
I
like I
drank
said,
the
we,
beer.
I was walking down the road and he was mowing his
This
lawn
is
right
where
around
I
here somewhere.
smashed him in the
We
head.
walked in talking and I met his
Calm
dog.
down, Timmy.
I walked over and
Oh, we
petted
met his
dog.
dog
I
there.
walked in and we told me to come on in, grab a beer, and then he's got chairs here. We sat down here. It was a hot day. We came back outside, sat down here. That
Whoa.
was it.
How long were you there, you think?
Half hour.
And he had already showed you around the place before this, you said?
He showed me his house, yeah.
Before this
A
visit?
half hour?
For this visit? No, this is the visit.
Yeah,
There were
this is
only, alright.
There was at least 2 visits, as you said. The very first time you met him, you went down and had a beer. Then you said, I asked you, it was the second or third visit that this happened, and you said it was the second visit. That you came down here.
I'll be straightforward because there's no reason I can't.
I appreciate that.
And this is where his story begins to change.
I do have a bicycle.
Right.
I know this much.
Okay,
There are only 2 occasions I've met Jeff.
Uh-huh.
The one where he comes down to the house,
right.
and I combine those 2 occasions.
Okay.
A week later, I come back,
And you're on your bike this time.
and I'm on my bike this time.
Uh-huh.
And I ride my bike, but I ride my bike on the road,
Right.
and I ride it on the wall. And I park it
And
right
she,
here somewhere.
boy, better get your
It
bag
seems
off
Thayne
my
didn't
lawn.
think his story through before coming in for the interrogation. It's becoming confusing, and the detectives are catching all of his inconsistencies.
You said the very first time he met you, You asked him to get a job and stuff, and he said, come on.
Two different occasions. I combined the two in one, just to be simple.
No, each time you were here. How many times you were at this house?
Once.
Once.
I've only been there once. I've been to his house once, and it was just...
And this time here, he shows you around.
And he shows me around.
So the first time you said you went there after you had that very first time you met him.
I said, but really that was the week later.
Why would you do that? Why would you confuse me like that? I confuse easily.
Because it's irrelevant. Because it's...
Well, it's not really irrelevant because many people did.
Because he's irrelevant. He says it all trying to talk like he's I don't know, like he's the investigator or something. Like, it's really irrelevant that I give you that information correctly anyways. Trust me. I know. Okay.
That's why it makes it very relevant.
I understand.
Especially when people are not telling the truth.
I understand. But, I mean, I had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Thane's unreasonable explanation is a clear red flag for deception, indicating he may be trying to hide something about this topic. But the question is why? As well, giving conflicting statements is a sign of deception. Liars often have a difficult time keeping track of what they've said, and detectives are trained to spot these inconsistencies. When a detective points out a lie to a suspect, they may go into what is called the death spiral of a lie. This is when the liar tries to provide a reason for the lie. The detective points out flaws in that explanation or how it is inconsistent with prior statements. So the person tries to defend their lie again, which adds more layers to it, and the cycle continues. Eventually, the liar may wear down because it's so stressful to keep pitching and defending their lies when the other person clearly isn't buying it. He continues to dig a deeper hole for himself, and it's going to be difficult to climb his way out.
But you also said you only were there that one time, and it was the same...
I was only there one time. I said it was the same event.
Mm-hmm.
To be simple.
Okay, I don't want simple anymore.
You
All
don't
right,
want simple.
I want straightforward.
To be straightforward, it was two events that I met Jeff Ryan.
Okay.
Once where he came to Bob and Joy's, and I did not go to his house that day.
All right.
A week later, I come back to double check with him.
Then, there's the question about the bike.
When was the bike drive and you were up the driveway? Because we found bike prints up there. That's why when I asked you the other day if you had a bike, you said no. Today I asked you if you had a bike, you said no.
Yeah.
Now I'm confused. Why didn't you tell me you had a bike
Why
when I
did
asked
I
you?
tell you I had a bike? Because
But we saw bike prints there.
I heard stories about biker gangs, and I didn't want to be confused with...
No, I asked you the day pedal bike.
Oh
You was in
god.
the Shibuya BMX gang, yo.
Oh god.
BMX gang.
No,
You was in the MC.
wait. His bike that he has, it's not that kind of bike though. He's talking about an actual motorcycle, right?
You always
Said
talking about
bicycle earlier.
BMXs.
Huh?
He said
He's talking
bicycle
about a
earlier.
BMX. Oh, sorry.
He just said biker gang though, so he's got to be referring to motorcycle biker gang.
Well, I mean, you would think,
Oh.
except he's referring to pedal bikes, and now, I mean, look at the subtitle.
Hey, the Hell's Angels have got to start somewhere, all right? So they got to be, they got like
He got
the
initiated on
junior
the
wing
BMX.
has, yeah, they have,
This
they
was his
start out on
initiation.
BMX,
it's
then
funny.
they move up to mountain bikes.
It's funny how people like this, they'll act like they're so fucking smart, and it's like you do such a horrible job at what you're trying to do. Like him trying to lie his way through this, he does it so horribly. He does it like a little child trying to lie to their mom to get out of getting caught. Like he's not even smart enough to figure out any decent plan behind this at all.
But
Right.
Now that excuse is so unbelievable, it's almost comical. The question is, does Thayne think that the investigators are buying it? As the detectives are now entering the more intense phase of the interrogation, they will be confronting Thayne on inconsistencies using the evidence they have not yet revealed to him.
So you only went up that only up that drive on your bike one time.
one time.
Okay. Why are we finding a couple different trips up through there and another trip through the woods on a bike and footprints going through the woods? Why are we finding that? Are you confused and maybe you forgot a time that you were up in there with the bike? Because we got your path there, the canine and all that stuff. I mean, did you forget that? It's okay if you did. I'm just trying to see when we back. He's here coming out in front of that. You forget that?
No. That was just, I'd just gone over to check out the junkyard.
Where's the junkyard?
It's right beside Bob and Joyce.
Thayne is acting as if the issue is that the detective isn't understanding his story, when in reality, it's his story that's no longer holding up. It's not uncommon for someone caught in a lie to try to make it seem that the listener is the problem, as a way to deflect attention off of their lies.
You only had one beer in that house, you said.
One beer.
And it was a Budweiser bottle.
Budweiser.
And you said to me the other day, you drank it all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thayne doesn't realize it, but he's
I
falling
drank
right
it
into a
until then I
trap.
smacked him
What
up
happened?
inside the head and we.
You're lying, Timmy.
I was
After you
like,
drank that beer.
shit, I
I told you
smashed
I left
over
it
his
on
head
the
and then I
counter.
took the glass
Calm
off.
down, Timmy. Calm
You left
down.
it in the counter or in the sink?
On the
Pricked
counter.
him open like
Oh,
a
on the counter or in the sink.
Chill
You
out,
smoked.
Timmy.
Sunday
smokes in the house?
sandwich.
Smoke
Cigarettes.
cigarettes.
Smoke any cigarettes in the house?
In his house?
Yeah, Jeff's house.
I smoked one of his cigarettes.
Was it brown filter, white filter?
It must have been a brown filter.
If I told you it was white, would that screw you up?
Yeah? I don't know.
You said you never met the little boy.
Never met the little guy.
Did he want you to meet the little boy?
He never made.
Like, I can't
he
wait
never,
for
yeah,
Junior
he,
to come out. I want
yeah,
Junior to
he was. That's what he was telling me when we were talking on the porch. He was saying, "I hope I'm gonna go get him. You know, I think he'll be back for the summer."
Though the relevance might not be clear just yet, all of these questions are important, and Thayne continues to give wrong answers.
Did you ever play horseshoes down in this area?
Nope.
The horseshoe pits are right here, right? Remember that?
I didn't even see the horseshoe
You
pits.
didn't see the horseshoe pits? Okay.
When you say he showed you the house, did you go through the house? Did you take it room by room, or did you just say?
Did you go down in here?
No.
So you've never ever been down that hallway? So there's no way in hell that your DNA is going to be down in this area anywhere?
No.
Is what you're telling me.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. And there's no way in hell that your DNA is going to be back in here anywhere?
Unbeknownst to Thayne, detectives are armed with some damning evidence. They know that a fingerprint from one of the evidentiary beer bottles was matched to Thayne. In addition, his DNA profile was matched to the beer bottle, as well as a cigarette collected from an ashtray at Jeff's residence. Their intention
he
here
really
is to
use the
increase
beer bottle?
stress and hint that they may have evidence that Thayne was there.
He didn't use it as a weapon. They're just tracking him, tracking his,
So he didn't use a beer bottle.
No, they're just going over his tracks and stuff, and proving his story
He used
to
the
be
cigarette.
full of lies. Yeah, he used a
So he-
cigarette to murder the
murdered
victim.
down.
He stabbed them with a cigarette.
Hoping
He's
it
like,
will make him
"Stab you
lose
with a
resolve
wiener."
and confess.
He
You
inhaled
had a
it.
cigarette? What happened to the cigarette? You smoked it?
And then he blew it out so
Put the
fast.
butt in my back pocket or
The
something.
shadow.
Because you said you're kind of not horny about leaving butts around.
What?
Shabisky.
What do you want?
I'm gonna go to bed.
What?
I'm sleepy.
Aw.
I'll be in chat a little bit though.
All right, see you in chat, you bad,
Kisses.
evil person.
Nighty night.
What a bad person.
Mm.
What a horrible human being.
Can't believe he left us all alone.
Oh, he's gone now. Oh my god.
He's the worst guy that ever lived. Alright, here we
How
go.
was my haircut?
Yeah.
You guys took my haircut?
No, you look dumb.
I don't?
No, I'm kidding. It looks good. Yeah, you look great, Timmy. Amazing.
But you actually
How about
smoked
my
a cigarette.
teeth? Are they white?
Yeah. And have you ever been on these streets up in this area?
They look, yes, extremely white. Amazing. Whoa, calm down, Timmy. Calm down, I'm scared.
So this event here, where you were inside, was about a week before this murder happened.
Maybe two.
Maybe 2 weeks.
The foundation has been built, and the detective's intuition confirms that this is the precise time to implement the first step of the Reed technique, a positive confrontation.
This
Watch
is
as
the only
the
tooth I'm
overconfident
missing.
Thayne is reduced to a deer in headlights.
Never met Jason.
Never met Jason.
Well, now we have a problem.
Why?
All right. Inside that trailer, there's a bottle sitting there, 3 bottles. And in that trailer also, we have your DNA and fingerprints on one of the bottles. So, maybe you're mistaken about why that happened. But I want you to straighten it out now, okay? See this picture?
Yes.
3 bottles, right? This one's yours. One of these is Jason, and one of these is Jeff.
The detective confronts Thayne with details of the indisputable evidence they have obtained.
On Monday, before the murder, there was a party. People cleaned after the party because I talked to the ones who did it. Those bottles were not there Monday night. Yeah. Your bottle's there, your fingerprint's on that matched with the fingerprint I got the other day. Your DNA is in that bottle. Explain that to me. Doesn't mean you did anything wrong.
No, I mean,
but I'm saying,
I've
why
been
is
having
it that
sex
I put,
two
I set
bottles?
my bottle either here or here in the sink.
But you see my problem. This bottle here belongs to Jason, who you never met.
Whom I've never met.
The beer's half full. The beer's half full. The beer's half full.
I thought I finished my beer.
But it couldn't have been. Even if you did finish the beer, let's say that bottle's empty. They cleaned the house after the party on Monday. That bottle would have been moved. No way in hell that bottle sat there for 2 weeks. If anything, it sat there for a couple hours.
There was a party at the house on Monday, which was thoroughly cleaned up after. The detective has essentially trapped Thayne with the evidence of a bottle with his DNA, because it couldn't have been from the party, due to it being cleaned up. Instead, it had to have been from after, around the time of the murders.
So we have a problem with that. I need you to explain to me why it is that beer bottle's there a couple hours or at the time of the murder. If you have a logical explanation, now's the time to spit it up. It doesn't mean you did anything wrong, but we need to know why that bottle is there, why you were in that house a couple hours before the murder.
Unfortunately for Thayne, he doesn't have a logical explanation.
That's not.
But that's not, no, you know.
You
just don't
tripped,
tell
fell,
me.
and landed on the
It
beer
doesn't mean you
bottle,
kill him,
right on
right?
the
But it means
face
go one step at a time. How was that bottle there? Your fingerprint from your left index finger is on that bottle, and your DNA is in that liquid right there. But as we're talking to you right now,
I
we're
took the
talking to
bottle,
people
okay,
up
and I
in
cracked it over.
overjoyed.
It will come as no surprise when you later see that a crucial element from Bob's account is contradictory to that of Thayne's.
Oh, he says that you were up there Wednesday morning, Bob says that. Tell me about that bottle, how that bottle
And all the
up there.
bottles in
You always get caught. You say, and every time you ever get in trouble, you say, hey, you walk into the
How did
police
he do
station,
it?
here I am, this is it. That shows me you're a man of integrity, you're a very intelligent man, and the politics and all that stuff. You seem the type of guy that's very right, straightforward, and I just like, no, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. You were there just before the murder, or when this accident happened, all right?
But it was clearly no accident. The level of brutality combined with the gruesome nature.
I love how they will kind of do that. They'll let them know that like this evidence, like you were there and stuff. Maybe like you didn't do that doesn't mean you did the murder and blah blah blah. Like just to get him to kind of reel him in and get him to admit more. Because if they were just like, we know you did it, this evidence shows you were there, a day before. If you come at them too strongly like that, they might not, tell the truth at all or give up any more evidence or admissions.
This is tequila.
Is it?
No, it's just water.
I was about to say that better not be tequila. Tequila. Drink that, Wawa, Timmy. Drink that.
Nature of the wounds will leave no room for a claim that the killings were anything but cold and calculated.
Thayne, it's okay.
You have my DNA.
Yes,
as well?
yes, but can you explain how? Yeah, tell me about what you did while you were there.
Well, I drank half a beer.
Right?
And with that admission, Thayne's story has significantly changed. It wasn't a week or two, but rather the very day the murders occurred that Thayne has admitted
Right, they come at him lightly. They come at him still with this positive, light attitude, but still tell him we got you caught on this, basically, so that they'll admit, okay, yeah, I was there. Okay, now we can work. Now we can build on that. It's really interesting. I think kind of the manipulation that goes on there and stuff, because a lot of us with our stupid minds, we would probably just come at him like, we know you did it. The evidence is we wouldn't slowly work our way up and stuff because we're not thinking that strategic about it and stuff. If we just personally were blaming someone else and stuff, we would be dummies compared to the level of
Yeah,
thinking
they know
it-
exactly. They know exactly when he was drinking from that bottle. And then it was right before the murder, so that puts him in the room or in the house at the time of the murder.
puts him in the house a day before the murder. When he was saying that he hadn't been there for weeks before then.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Or like earlier.
Being in Jeff's home. And this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Tell me about Jason. You met him. This is his ball.
That's his ball.
Right. Did you only meet him the one time?
Honestly,
Yeah. I want the truth.
straightforward.
Straightforward. During this event?
During this event,
Okay. What night was that? Or what day was that?
Tuesday,
Tuesday evening? Okay, tell me what happened Tuesday evening. How'd you get there?
My bicycle.
Okay.
And those are the tracks.
Yeah.
Right up the driveway.
Where was Jeff when you got there?
Inside.
What time of day was it? You said it was evening. I mean, was it dark? Was it?
Not dark.
Jeff was inside. Was Jason inside?
Inside.
Jason was inside.
They
Was the little boy inside?
At the counter, having a beer. Inside, playing TV.
You didn't know the boy was there, did you? The boy was so bad playing Nintendo or something. You didn't see. You didn't know he was there when you first got there.
The detective makes use of the board once again. This is a perfect example of how drawing the scene can help to lock a suspect into their story.
Now you pedal up here in the bike. Where do you park your bike?
Right against the car.
Right there. Okay, that's good. That explains the little scratch we found there. Okay. So you go inside. You're sitting at the bar with Jason and
I'm sitting at the table.
life is good at this point, right? When you walked in, were they okay to see you?
Yeah.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they offer you a beer.
Yeah.
You go to the refrigerator and get the beer.
Yeah.
It seems what Thayne is saying so far may be true, and knowing this just makes the surreal situation that much more disturbing. The men had no idea they were sipping what would be the last beers of their lives.
And you're having a smoke. At this point, you have a smoke.
It was a dirty old
Right,
Budweiser. It wasn't a
Yeah.
Heineken.
You had at least two cigarettes.
That's right. I was smoking Black Hawks that night.
Yeah.
With the white pots.
Right.
You know more than I do.
With it, I know everything. Yeah. Was it brown filter, white filter?
It must have been a brown filter.
If I told you it was white, would that screw you up?
Yeah. I don't know.
And suddenly, Thayne recalls more about those cigarettes. The walls are beginning to close in on him now. The detective applies more pressure.
And soon you're going to know that I know that you know that I know, right? Okay, follow that? Okay, it's a little dance we're doing. But
You're
you
gonna
about
know
it.
that I know that
So,
you know that
yeah,
I know.
smoke. Something goes terribly wrong. Jeff comes outside, we think. Something happened right down this area. Outside.
We went outside and came over here by the garden. I smoked a joint.
Down here by the garden area. I'm sorry.
And I smoked a joint with Jason.
Did you smoke the joint with Jason? Okay.
And Jeff didn't smoke.
Still don't know the boys there yet. Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
damn! It was
Maybe
that.
Thayne is coming to the
dang
realization that the
marijuana.
detective's thick-headed persona has been just that, and he's been playing him all along.
Smoked one joint and then he lost his mind,
You don't know that, Timmy.
swinging with his baseball bat.
Don't talk too much over the narrator, Timmy. Oh, someone subscribed. Mary White, thank you for subbing. Mary White subbed. Thank them, Timmy.
Are you gonna do a countdown to the Super Bowl?
Shh. Yeah, heck yeah. I'm going to do 12 countdowns to the Super Bowl just to make sure I get good views.
Still, Thayne gives it another go.
Like I said, I asked Jeff about work.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about carpentry and all sorts of different things. And he had said he had some nails for me. And that's why you have my prints towards the shed.
Where's the shiz? Where are the shiz? Okay. So when were you out there by the shiz?
That night.
Tuesday night. In the
When they
Wednesday
were
morning.
smoking them joints.
It was Tuesday night. Yeah,
Mhm.
I was home shortly thereafter.
But
Went
we
out
all
in the
know
shade,
that's
with
not
his
the
head,
case.
smoking his joint.
Bang. Well, it's truth.
That's the
I know
point.
you want the truth. But I'm going to
Mr.
have to keep
Detective.
this
Shh. Timmy, shh.
Does that mean you want to stop talking?
for a minute. I'm going to
Okay.
get another coffee.
Okay, well, here's what we do.
I'm going to need to take a cigarette. And if you could bring me a joint, maybe.
Making these requests is likely Thane's attempt to alleviate his stress by taking control of his environment. He's trying to manipulate the detective into getting him things because he knows he has information they really want, and that puts him into a position of power over the detective. It may also be a sign of impulsivity, a common trait of psychopaths. Instead of completely refusing to talk and getting a lawyer, which would likely be in his best interest long term, he chooses the short-term gratification of coffee and a break.
Here's what we're going to do. I appreciate you being honest. All right. I want you to go get you a cup of coffee. We'll give you a piss break. If you want some food, we can make that happen. I'm hungry too. I cannot get you a joint. They kind of frown on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I cannot get you a beer. Trust me, I want.
I don't want a joint.
I do.
I do want a joint.
Yeah. If I could give you a joint, I would.
All joking aside, the detective lays everything out for Thayne. This will give him something to contemplate during his upcoming break.
You know that I know the truth.
See, this is proof. This is further proof, Cameron, that potheads like us end up just being serial murder killer guys.
Tetrahydra cannabinoids. That's what they are.
Tetrahydro kill everyone noids. Shouldn't be doing that stuff, guys.
That you're doing a search warrant right now up at Bob's and Joyce's. We got full statements from both of them. That's not consistent with you up to this point. And we're talking to Bob Jr. down here. We're doing a search at his place right now. And that's not fair to Bob Jr. He had nothing to do with this.
Note that Bob Jr. is Bob Strout's son, who had allowed Thayne to stay in his New Hampshire home the past several days.
None of them had anything.
None of them did, but you did. You know, I would like to know what happened for the truth. You've always been a man of integrity. You know in your heart what happened. We know what happened by all the evidence. We wouldn't be sitting here talking to you again.
Since this tactic has worked previously, the detective tries to once again appeal to Thane's inflated sense of his character.
Doesn't make you a bad guy. Something went terribly wrong. There was an accident, I think. I have theories about what happened. The family deserves the truth. Yeah. You have a lot of weight on you right now, don't you? Yeah. See, yeah. And it will continue to eat you up like a cancer. You're not the first person I've talked to who's done something like this, and it eats them up. And believe it or not, people have told me that after they finally spit it out, they feel so much better.
There definitely could be some truth behind the detective's statement, but it's an attempt to appeal to any feelings of remorse that Thayne may have. Even if it's unlikely that the suspect feels bad for what they've done, statements like this will remind them that by confessing, they can bring the uncomfortable interview to an end, which may be a motivating factor for some.
I don't think you're a cold-blooded killer that just was out killing people. You know, I don't think you woke up in the morning and said, oh, let me go kill 3 people. You're responsible for this, right?
I won't say.
I won't say. What? Okay, now that's where the thing took a really crazy turn. Like all of a sudden, it's like you're responsible for those 3 people being dead, right? I won't say. Well, that's an extremely big red flag.
You got break? We'll talk some more. It's possible. And it's going to be okay. All right. You're doing the right thing. You're a good boy.
You're a good boy.
Yeah. You're not a boy. You're a man.
Yeah, just some Taco Bell or something.
You're a good boy. He should have patted him on the head when he said that. He should have
been like,
you're a good
bring
boy.
me a chalupa, coppa.
Yeah. Bring me a bong and bring me 10 pounds of weed and I'll tell you what you want, you stupid piece of shit, Kappa. I'll tell you.
You don't think you're a man?
Not earned, not deserved.
Well, mistakes happen. Like I said earlier, my dad always told me that's why they put erasers on pencils.
Perhaps I do need a lawyer.
Okay. Go ahead and smoke, we'll come back and we'll finish this up.
They leave the room for a break and return several minutes later. And during this time, a complete transformation has occurred. You're about to meet a new Thayne, and
wow. He's sad now, guys. He's a sad guy.
the stark contrast between this version and the one you encountered previously is particularly shocking.
Can you bring me a coffee? When he gets back in here, I'll go get you one, all right? Do you actually want a coffee, though? Yes. Okay, I'll get you one in a minute.
As the tears stream down his face, he looks more like a scared boy rather than the responsible, righteous adult that he initially presented himself to be. In addition to the tears, We also see that Thayne is rubbing his face and rubbing his hands together. Both are adapter behaviors, indicative of anxiety he is clearly feeling. However,
Like, across America, it probably happens all the time where there's guys like this that go through and they get away with it because these cops don't do a good enough job and stuff. They don't, like, they get outsmarted for real. Like, it's like cops like these who catch the criminals get motherfuckers like this to admit their guilt. You know, I've said it before, but they're heroes, right, Cameron? See, he agrees. Give a thumbs up, Cameron. See, he gave a thumbs up. That means he agrees.
it's possible that this sudden change might be a ploy for pity from the detective, a manipulation tactic. Or it may even be that Thayne now realizes that he's been caught, and this display of emotion is because he knows he can't escape.
This is the first time I've cried.
Yeah. I know. It's a lot to absorb, buddy. It's a lot to process. I'm gonna go get him his coffee.
No good. Hey, buddy. Huh? And I want you to know that I'm here for you the best I can be. I cannot make you any promises about the media. I can't make you any promises about that. That's way over my head. I will go to bat for you. I mean, I will stand up for you about what.
Yeah, let's get a tip train coming through. Listen to Timmy in the chat. $5 tip train.
You tell me in here, and about how you're cooperating and stuff like that.
The detective has taken on an almost paternalistic role. While Thayne knows his case is quickly turning into a lost cause, the detective knows he still needs him to be comfortable enough to keep talking. They still have many questions that need to be answered. Thayne noticeably responds to the compassion the detective displays toward him. We know that Thayne claims he was removed from his mother's care at age 12 due to alleged abuse. Since he told the detectives about this, they likely know that he will respond well if they treat him with kindness. His behavior so far has been consistent with long-term consequences, which could be present in some victims of childhood abuse, such as difficulty regulating one's own emotions, anger issues, and/or mental health problems, and substance abuse and/or violent behavior. With that in mind, the detective delves back into the process of seeking the truth behind the killings. And you probably recall Thayne's previous statements about pleading the fifth and possibly needing an attorney. So the detective informs Thayne that he has to read him his rights once again.
But I want to make sure now, you said you're willing to talk to me. I want to make sure you know that I didn't beat the hell out of you outside. You know, we were just outside talking there, and you kind of gave some statements about, I'm going to be easier tonight, you're going to tell me what happened.
I was afraid of that, honestly. And
you were afraid of what?
You scared me that day you left.
You were afraid of what?
I knew you were on to me, but yeah, I was afraid you were the bad cop and you were going to beat me up.
Oh, yeah.
This is as excited as
Just the tip coming through with a $20 tip says, just to see how it feels. Ha! Thank you, whoever that was. Just the tip. I'm assuming maybe that was Billy Boy Blue. Thank you. I
get. But,
yes.
But when I told you that day, if you did it, I'm gonna get you. You know?
What I tell you, do you remember?
Huh?
What I tell you, do you remember?
You said I didn't do it.
I said I know.
Oh, that's right. Look at that. You said I know.
The
Well, obviously, I wasn't planning on getting caught.
Obvious.
So wow, yeah, he's just giving a. I'd like to hear his explanation for killing the kid, little 12-year-old or whatever. I don't know. Does anybody remember how old the kid was? Explained in the beginning of this video. I did. 14. I don't know.
Okay. Let me.
The deep sighs and heavy breathing show that Thayne's fight-or-flight mode has clearly kicked in. His body has a heightened need for extra oxygen. The detective reviews Thayne's rights, and Thayne agrees to proceed with the questioning.
Where do you want to start?
Where would you like to start?
When did you go up there that night? Tuesday night. What time was it? Before dark?
6, 7.
Jason was there at this point.
Jason was there.
Was that the first time you met him?
That wasn't the first
Okay. What happened? You're on your pedal bike.
time. I was on my pedal bike.
Okay. So what happened?
Everything was going fine, to tell you the truth. I did see Jesse, and Jesse was in the living room. He was playing video games.
So far, it seems Thayne feels defeated and has resigned himself to the fact that all evidence is pointing right in his direction. Then, true to his earlier version, we see that he changes course.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Timmy coming through with a 5 says tip train. Thank you, Timmy. Yes, tip train, guys.
I know you want the hard details. So
Right.
you got your family.
Why is good to know?
Thayne is about to divulge quite a story. It goes without saying, though, he is not a credible source. We've already seen his story evolve many times over.
Jeff Ryan.
Jeff Ryan.
And I never got this far. And I've never met him either. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And he probably has nothing to do with this case. Has nothing to do with the situation. Back in the day, there were 3 people that were the biggest drug dealers. I won't mention one, but the other 2 were Jeff Ryan.
And you wanted to rid the world of them.
Should I go grab another beer?
Yeah, dude. Chug-a-lug that burr.
You're lying.
That Heineken.
I'll be right
Move
back.
your honey.
Hit the like button, guys.
Shake your honey. Look at him shaking his honey. Why is there 2 Timmy accounts on his Streamlabs? Maybe it's on the Shabisky one. On the Shabisky one, there's 2 Timmy accounts. I think someone tipped in my name or something. Is it the same on here? No, on here it's just Timmy. On the Shabisky one, on the Shabisky Streamlabs, someone tipped in my name because it says Timmy and then it says there's another Timmy. Shabisky Streamlabs. Someone freaking used my name. Oh, it's not there anymore. But yes, it is. Timmy and another Timmy. See that? On the Trubisky.
What'd you say?
There's 2 Timmy accounts on your Trubisky Streamlabs. Someone tipped in my name.
Wow.
I'm 5th. I'm 5th and 7th on your Streamlabs.
Lies. Prove it.
See?
Prove it. Prove it.
There's 2 Timmys.
Prove it.
See that? Timmy number 1. This
Prove
one
it.
is. This one is the one I usually tip on, and
Yeah,
someone tipped
I-
again on my name, $25.
Yeah. Lies, Timmy.
See that?
It was Cameron. Cameron was trying to act like he was you.
Yep.
You're gonna have to fight him about this. Oh, show them the back of your phone.
Wanted fugitive, Anthony Caruso.
So silly. All right, back to the video. Guys, come through with more tips for me for this trip. Keep helping me with this goal. We're almost halfway.
So you hated Jeff because he was a drug dealer?
Because of the things he's done to other people.
Uh-huh.
Because of what he was.
So you decided to take care of that. Be a vigilante type thing? Yeah.
This theory is an interesting one. It seems Thayne is trying to paint himself in the most positive light he can by deflecting, attempting to make others seem worse than himself. A quite twisted justification for sure.
I'll tell you what I know about Jeff Ryan, even though these are things I've known without meeting him.
Uh-huh. And you knew this from Thayne Ormsby?
I've known this from all sorts of people in my life.
You thought that he was a drug dealer.
I know he wasn't doing much now,
Right.
but I know he used to do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he hurt a man. And he hurt
A lot of
people.
According to Jake, Jason DeHaan's brother, Jeff had allegedly asked Thayne to stay away from his daughter, who was a minor. Though this has never been confirmed, there is speculation that this may have been Mariah, Bob and Joy Strout's granddaughter. Though these claims have never been verified and are pure speculation, there is a possibility that this may be another layer to Thayne's relationship with Jeff, or could even possibly be another alleged motive for the killings. It could also potentially explain why Thayne felt the need to mention to detectives that Jeff allegedly hurt Mariah.
And I don't believe in what he does, because I don't believe in, I smoke weed, but I don't believe in drugs. Right.
For someone so intent on painting himself to be a man of values, he definitely strayed from that character when he killed 3 people, especially when one of them was a child. That's one of the baffling things about individuals who commit murders like these. They do an obviously wrong, often horrific thing in the name of something they consider to be right. They even feel justified doing something immoral in order to defend what they believe is moral. Or at least, this is how Thayne is attempting to portray the situation. He displays some key traits of individuals with antisocial personality disorder. His actions demonstrate that he feels he has the right to take the law into his own hands and punish those he thinks are bad and have hurt others. There's a significant element of grandiosity here, a sense of omnipotence, for Thayne to believe that he can decide which bad guys should die. Grandiosity is the key word with Thayne, from his trying to present as highly intelligent to believing he can take the law into his own hands. He thinks incredibly highly of himself.
Have you ever killed before?
No.
I have to ask. And one of the reasons I asked, you're very proficient in what you did. Where did you learn this?
That's just it,
That's another thing that we're curious about. Did you learn how to do this from any military training, martial arts training, TV, movies, videos, video games? The way you stabbed it was very proficient.
Self-knowledge. It was my first time ever stabbing anybody, really.
These compliments may or may not be true. Their purpose is likely to flatter Thayne and coax him into admitting to other killings.
It was just mental focus.
Yeah.
And I've studied things that I shouldn't have studied and know things that I shouldn't have studied.
I bet that's 100% why he said that, was to flatter him and get him to keep talking. I bet 100% that's what it was. It was just to flatter him and stuff. He didn't really necessarily do a proficient job or whatever. He's just flattering him to get him to brag.
Yeah, look at how good you stabbed this person. It's like
yeah, that's what he said. Military. What was the other? He named like fucking specialist or whatever the hell, the military and stuff. And it's probably like he's full of shit. He's just trying to feed his ego because he knows this guy's egotistical, and he'll get to talking.
And you're right. I wanted to be a Marine, and no one taught me anything. I know a couple moves.
Yeah.
But I prepared myself for years to be a soldier.
So you read a lot of literature on assassins? We're back to the original question. Where did you learn to stab like that?
I didn't.
Tell me the technique you used to stab. Was there anything significant for the way you stabbed him?
Not really overhand.
It wasn't like a stab in and out. Was there anything significant that you did when you did in and out?
I didn't try and turn it or anything. I didn't try to be fancy. I just tried to be quick. I wanted to be quick because I didn't want them to
kill it.
Despite his insistence that he is a moral person, if this was really just about getting rid of this bad person for the betterment of the world, he would have done it when Jeff was alone. However, this instead could be a sign of Thayne's impulsivity, which is a sign of antisocial personality disorder, along with a reckless disregard for human life.
What the evidence people were telling us, it was quick, confident, cool, and very unique. That it was a stab, twist out. Every one of them was almost military. They said whoever did this is either trained or done training on it, or military person, assassin.
Thayne's ego is being thoroughly fed, and it will pay off as he enlightens the detectives.
Somewhere in the subconscious of my mind, I've developed myself as just that, an assassin. And with no training.
Okay. Have you ever practiced?
Sheer mental imagination.
The self-proclaimed natural assassin is showcasing his narcissistic...
Hey, where'd Cameron go?
He's mad because we didn't get halfway on the goal yet.
Cameron's mad. Ooh. Drunken Crow, help me touch my wiener. I can't reach.
Cam just sent me a message and he said you have a massive, massive, gaping, stinky butthole with poop leaking out of it, so he's leaving.
What a butt. Why do you have to tell everybody? Oh, he said, I'm sleepy night. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, Cameron, you cutie pie. Sorry, this is a long episode. But,
we're only at 32%.
Yeah, we're only at 32% on the goal. Let's do better, guys. Let's get halfway.
Maine has just confessed, but the detectives still need to know exactly what happened that night, and they urge him to divulge the disturbing details of his attack on Jeff, his first victim. Be forewarned, as the details of the murders are quite brutal.
Where you found him. Where you found my prints. My DNA in the shed where you were showing me nails.
He was out there to show you some nails or something. And he bent over to get you the nails. What happened?
I killed him.
You killed Jeff. So he was bent over and no.
Back to.
He was back to you. Yeah. And you stabbed him in the back? I'm asking. Okay. And where'd you get the knife?
It was my own.
It was a bayonet type knife?
Large
knife. And that's the one you keep sharpening all the time.
He's clutching his coffee close to his chest, likely a protective barrier between himself and the detective.
Jason sat down next to Jesse on the couch.
Right. And you guys are outside. And you're thinking, now it's time. He never said anything to you?
He was just trying to help me.
Okay. How many times did you stab him, you think?
Oh my god, look who's in the chat. Gene is in the chat. Gene! That's clearly Gene, because you can see in the profile picture, that's him. That's his face. You see that, Red Eye? You see that? That's Gene.
I'll give him my credit card details right now.
Yeah, oh yeah, I trust Gene. That's Gene. I'm Gene! It's the real Gene. You can tell by the face. The picture, that's him. That's obviously him.
Those are questions I don't know the answer to.
Yeah. Are you saying 1 or 100? I mean,
multiple
times.
Okay.
After inviting Thayne into his home, Jeff was completely blindsided, his back turned when he was attacked.
You stabbed him, and does he fight you back?
Momentarily, but I didn't want it to be a prolonged thing. I wanted it to be as quick as possible, and unfortunately, it wasn't long, but different from what you expect.
Right.
He didn't understand. Why would you do this?
He asked you, why you do it?
Stop. Holy Jesus Christ. Those type of things.
Did you say anything to him?
No.
And that was where Thayne's already horrendous plan took an even more sickening turn.
I knew that I couldn't just leave him there with 2 people who just saw me. Obviously, this is premeditated murder, is the term you used for it.
Did you go there planning to kill him?
Yes.
You did?
Okay.
All right.
I'm in a mode. I'm scared, and I have to finish what I started.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind,
Mm-hmm.
it was a job. It was like a hit to me. Mm-hmm. And they were on the couch. I stabbed Jason and Jesse ran into the back room. So I chased Jesse. He was the quickest. He just said he was scared.
Any conversations with the little boy?
Oh, he just said he was scared.
He said he was scared.
Okay.
And how many times do you think you stabbed him?
Well, I heard on the news 5, so I'm assuming.
Where on his body did you stab him?
From the back.
How was he positioned? You remember the little boy?
He was behind his door.
Behind his door? Is he laying on his back or his stomach?
He's laying on his stomach.
He's laying on his stomach?
Up on his knees.
Up on his knees.
Thayne deserted the body of the little boy and made his way back out to the living room. And there, he found that things were definitely not how he'd left them.
You come out to check on Jason, and he's gone.
And yeah, he's gone. He disappeared. He was out of my sight. So I ran down, and I'm looking at the road.
You cannot find him?
Well, I'm looking at the road to make sure there weren't any witnesses. I didn't want to kill them, but I didn't want to be caught for murder either.
Right. Where did you find him?
He came right back out. He had started to go into the woods and then walked back out, and I think maybe he would have died.
Thayne had already stabbed Jason multiple.
Ruby, how you doing, big balls? We were listening to how this guy killed a little 10-year-old. Okay? God,
I was sneaking around his house with my big old dirty knife.
Yeah, and how he was
sitting on his couch.
Whoa.
And I poked him.
Just
a little tiny bit.
Those guys were doing drugs, so therefore me stabbing a bunch of people and a little kid.
I think he had a PTSD Vietnam flashback.
You don't know
He was
that.
like, he thought he was out in the woods. He thought he was out in the woods, and he seen a little Viet Cong. And he was like, I poked him, and I poked him, and poked him, and poked him, and poked him.
I think Timmy's on crack, too. I mean, not two guns. I mean, drunken. Oh, wait, drunken deafened us. Well, fuck him, then.
You red crows.
Fuck you, Red Crow. God damn it. Alright, guys, come on, halfway on that goal up there. Let's get there. We're $18 away. Let's do it.
Times as he was seated on the couch.
I thought he wasn't making it out of the house.
Somehow, while Thayne was ending Jesse's life in the back bedroom, Jason had mustered up what little strength he had left and escaped the house.
And I chased him down the road, and that's why he was in the ditch.
Okay. You pulled him into the ditch?
Yes.
Okay. And does he say anything to you as he's trying to get away from you?
Yeah, he didn't understand, because obviously I just met him, and there was no reason to him.
You really only met us the very first time?
It was really the first time I met him.
Yeah.
The sheer terror Jason had to have been experiencing is unimaginable, and it only gets worse as Thayne's grisly account continues.
I brought him down, put him to the ditch. I know I hit him in the head once, and that was a bad shot. I was nervous. I was by the road.
Hit him in the head with what?
My knife. Okay. I cut his throat.
You cut his throat? How many times did you cut his throat?
2, maybe 3 slashes.
2, maybe 3 slashes.
And it's obviously something I had never done before. It was just...
Jason's harrowing attempt to escape with his life proved unsuccessful as Thayne finished what he'd started. According to the medical examiner, each victim did what little they could to protect themselves or escape based on positioning of the bodies. After the killing rampage had come to an end, Thayne's work was essentially just beginning. He said so himself. He hadn't planned on being caught, and so began the next phase.
Okay, so now all 3 people are dead. What do you do with that?
Picked up my tracks.
Thayne gives an account of his amateur attempt to remove all potential evidence within the home.
Okay, so now you pick up the best you can, you clean up the kitchen area and stuff. Where do you go from there? You take the pickup truck, and where do you go? To the bike on the back, you said?
Back on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up going over to the junkyard, and I ditched my bike.
Then someone else entered the picture. Bob told detectives that Thayne came through the woods located by his residence, and he was covered in blood. Thayne allegedly stated that he'd killed them all. Bob then claimed that Thayne threatened to kill Bob's family if he didn't help him. We'll likely never know what words were truly exchanged, but there's no question that Bob was an integral part of the events that followed the slayings. Though we can't be sure, it seems he wasn't aware of Thayne's plan prior to the commission of the heinous acts.
He says he sees you covered in blood, he says to you, what the hell happened? And you told him everything that happened. And I know you don't want to get Bob involved, but Bob's already told us.
Yeah. Okay. I told him right after.
You told him right after you did it, right?
He was shocked.
He was shocked. What did he say to you?
Not much. I just asked him to bring me some coffee. And he told me to stay away from the house because I was covered.
Thayne then reluctantly admits that he drove Jeff's truck to Tamara Strout's home, located in nearby Weston.
You went to Tamara's to spend the night with the pickup truck down there? Or where'd you leave the pickup on? Where was Tamara doing all this stuff? Tamara knows, right? Tamara knows you did this?
That following morning, Bob appeared at his daughter Tamara's vacant house, where Thayne was staying.
He brought me a pair of clothes.
Were you surprised that he showed up with clothes? Or
Yeah.
was that part of the plan?
No, I was surprised
Really?
that he came back. Yeah, I wasn't expecting.
He wasn't
anybody.
expecting.
I was sleeping. He thought you wanted to change your clothes. I was covered in blood.
Right. What was Bob's role in this thing?
No. I mean, simply that he knew. He didn't want to see me go down for it, and that's all.
Yeah. Did he say that to you, or you just thinking that? Did he tell you we have to go burn the truck now, or was that your idea? Or did he say we got to get rid of that truck, or is it a we thing now?
No. I had to get rid of the truck. He just gave me.
He just gave you a ride.
Trying to nail down a charge of hindering arrest or obstruction of justice for Bob, the detective is probing for what other involvement this possible accomplice may have had in aiding in Thayne's crimes. And with his next statement, the detective gets the answer he's looking for.
It was, you probably should get the f*** out of here.
Is that what he said?
Honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was one.
Do you guys want me to stream after this stream? Wait, who left?
Red Eye, I think.
Yeah, I left. I was disgusted.
Who left?
Never mind. Cameron.
Cameron left a while ago.
So did two guns, yeah.
Oh, Crow. Why did Crow leave?
Crow.
Oh, no, he's back. Never mind. Okay.
John F. Ketamine.
Crow. All right. If you guys want me to stream after this stream, I'm trying to make big tips until this trip. So if we can hit this goal up here, I will stream after this stream. Okay? I'll continue streaming tonight. Let's do it. Let's hit this big crazy guy goal. Guys, we can do it. Right, Red Eye? Right, British guy?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. LMAO, I'm drunk, came through with a 25, says Young Mind's mom is hot. Well, yeah, nobody's denying that. Thank you. Dude, thank you so fucking much. Thank you. That put us at 57% in on the goal. Let's keep it up. Let's hit the goal. We can do this. Thank you. Yeah, nobody's denying that about Young Mind. Thank you guys. Come on, even if it's just a couple bucks towards the goal, it all adds up, guys. Thank you.
Honesty.
He told me I should skip the stay, burn the truck, burn the house.
I'm confused a little bit about how that happened.
He gave me a ride.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I drove the truck.
Did you get gas somewhere that morning? Where did you get the gas that you used? Did you burn the truck and Bob gave you a ride?
What a dumb old guy. Like, he runs into this dude with blood all over him that just murdered some people, and, you know, like, not only did he just murder some, like, people that, like, weren't doing nothing, but he also murdered a little, like, 10-year-old kid. It's like, it's okay, I'll help you. Hopefully you can escape the cops and police and stuff and not get in trouble. It's like, what the fuck? Like, the way the story went so far is that he told the dude what he did. Maybe he didn't admit to the kid, but I don't know. He didn't mention, like, keeping that from the dude. If a dude came to me like, oh yeah, I killed 2 dudes and a little kid, it's like, I'm not gonna, like, be like, yeah, let me try to help you. Here's an outfit. I'll try to drive you to the border. Like, no, like, why would I do that? Like, why am I going to try to help somebody not get convicted who did horrible fucking things, especially, like, kill a little kid? It's like the kid wants to go outside and skateboard and catch lizards or whatever the fuck, and this dude stabs him. Like,
to the truck with the gas? I mean, because we had somebody who saw you bringing the gas in with a white jug or some type of a jug, and you were like, ooh, walking in, don't want to spill it. But you burnt your truck. It was around noontime Wednesday, way before we found the bodies. So where'd you go after you burnt your truck?
After burning the truck some 15 miles away in the town of Weston.
Like, it's not like he came to the old man, was like, I'm being framed. He came to him with blood all over him, like, yeah, I stabbed him. Like, it's like, why would you try to work towards trying to, like, help him not get caught at that point? Like, eat it, I don't know. Billy, I'll pitch. Aha! You're silly, Blue.
Oh, yeah.
Hey! Crow coming through with a 1 says, everyone has at least $1 to dono, right? Come on, guys. We're 58% in on the goal. If we hit this full goal, I'll keep streaming after this stream is done. I'll keep streaming. Come on, what do we need at this point?
Yeah.
Hey, there's a 420 from Timmy. Thank you, Timmy. He said 420 tip train. Yeah, 420 tip train should be more common in the Shab fam. Thank you guys. That puts us at what? $37.80. $37.80 to hit the goal. We could do this.
A crucial event took place. Part of Thayne's process of getting rid of
Thank you guys. Thank you. Cheers.
evidence, or so he thought.
When was it that you threw your knife in the pond?
On the way back.
On the way back from burning the truck?
On the way back from Danforth after.
After the burning truck.
Blue coming through with a $2 tip in the super chat. Thank you, Blue.
Can you tell
what a sweetie pie?
us where that pond is?
Cheers.
You don't know, or you can't tell us.
It's in a swamp.
Bob's taking us now to that swamp area. I want to make sure that we want to find that knife, obviously. True.
I mean, I know it's evidence, but if I'm admitting my guilt,
but we would like to have full closure. So.
I couldn't tell you where it is. I might be able to show you where it is.
The detective, who has mostly been observing and taking notes, now asks an important question, one that brings this case to an even more hideous reality.
You had killed Jeff, Jason, and Jesse. Jesse's Bob's grandson.
It's important to note that Jesse is
wait.
Bob's
Okay, it's not his biological grandson, but it's still his grandson.
Bob's daughter Tamara had a teenage.
Okay, but it's still his grandson.
Are on the clock for 4:20.
Wait, there was a message with that? Or it just popped up and said, Billy Boy, you're on the clock for 4:20. But, dude, that's some shit too when it comes down to it. If I'm getting this story right, the old man that was trying to help him to keep him from getting caught, that was the little boy's grandpa. Even if it's not his biological grandpa, it's still his,
yeah.
Isn't that some shit? Like, goddamn. Brigitte Blue. Yeah, it does. That just adds to it so much to me. Brigitte Blue, thank you. With a $1 tip, thank you.
Daughter with Jeff.
Cheers.
But Jesse's mother was a woman named Jamie Merrill. Given how the detectives are referring to Jesse as Bob's grandson, he may have still treated him as such, though this has not been publicly confirmed.
How is it you feel that his wanting to help you out outweighed the death of his grandson to the point where he didn't feel as though he should turn you in? What do you think made him not want to do that?
It's hard to.
Wait, what's up with that? Was there another thing that popped up? I'm tripping, G. I'm tripping, yo.
Yeah. I mean, I've only known Bob for so long.
And he gave you a ride down to burn that truck. And he was with you when you threw the knife out. What he says, you know. What's?
Oi, I don't know about Jackbox tonight. It's kind of too late for that. There won't be a huge amount of people that show up for it. It's better to do that at a more reasonable time, like 3 hours ago, kind of thing. If I schedule it now, it'll still be an hour from now or whatever.
What's the conversation like between you and Bob at this point?
He needed to know from me that I had learned a lesson.
The lesson.
Oh God, dude! A dude kills your 10-year-old grandson, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, but you learned your lesson, right? That's what matters. As long as you learn your lesson, I don't really like. I'll forget about it. I'll help you out. It's like, what? What kind of silly bullshit is going on? Like, what? That old man is...
You don't understand, Trubisky. The good Lord will judge this man. Not up to me.
Yeah, right? Oh, my God. I bet that old man was a good God believer, too, huh, Red Eye? How much you want to bet he wasn't a dirty, stinky atheist? Oh.
I'm a God-fearing man and have been for the last 132 years of my life.
That's how you know he's a good man.
Thayne had learned remains a mystery, considering he made every effort to destroy all evidence of his connection to the crimes. Then he fled the state and headed to New Hampshire.
Did you call Bob Jr. down here to say, can I come down there and hang out?
They talk all the time.
They do.
He talks with his mother all the time, and we had already put in prior to that I might go down, and we knew he was looking for a roommate.
Bob drove you down here. Why wouldn't he tell us? Or why?
Because he cared about me, and I cared about him.
Timmy, you gotta help put the goal up there, not the super chat, big balls. Thank you, Timmy. You try to use.
I have another 420. I ran out of 420s.
Okay, well, thank you, Timmy.
I gave you a 279, bro.
Yeah, thank you, Timmy. Now give him a kiss,
That's
Red
a weird
Eye.
number.
Give him a kiss.
Add $2.79 to the Streamlabs.
Yeah. Good kiss. It's a good kiss. Let's see.
Plus $2 from Bridget.
Yeah, it's Bridget.
Bridget?
And no,
Not
it's
Bridget.
Not Bridget. Bridget. She told me
another
this.
2 from Bridget. Choo choo.
Thank you, Blue. And I guess I'll take the super chats into account here. So I don't know. So if we can get to like 95% and on the goal, I'll consider I'll just add the super chats to it. Jack, come here, cutie. Wow. Look at this cute. Hey, Timmy. No. Use Streamlabs, Timmy. Look at this cute cat. Thank you. I mean, not Timmy, but Billy. Do you think Jack doesn't like this when I do this?
One day he's gonna poop on you, and it's gonna rain poop.
Dude, he doesn't care if my parents have a whole bunch of cats, and I'll go over to their house and I'll grab one of their cats and go like this with them, try to hold them upside down, and they're like freaking out. My parents never hold them on their back, so just that alone freaks them out and makes them like almost want to shit themselves, like you're saying. But like Jack, he wants me to hold him upside down like that, and also like you can tell that he's not at all bothered by this. If I go like this, you can see he is not bothered. It's like he's just chilling.
He's just lulling you into a false sense of security, so you're perfectly relaxed, and one day he's just going to wait until you're like really stoned and your mouth's just like open, and he's going to go, now, and he's just going to go, and poop's going to go straight in your mouth.
Thank you, Timmy. Thank you, everybody. Again, I'll take the super chats into the play with this goal, but please try to do Streamlabs if you can. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, and you know that there's people that watch Tap or something like that who think that Jack is like bothered by me doing that stuff or something. It's like, pay attention. Like, this cat don't give a flying shit. He'd rather me do that than not hang out with him. Like, he hangs out with me for a reason, because he loves the attention I give him. Have you ever had a cat like that, Red Eye, that just follows you around wherever the fuck you go? You got, like, everybody had to have
I
had
had
that.
a like that one time named Simone.
I had one for 18 years. Remember, it
She
used
was
to
a
come around
douche,
and I'd
though.
go,
She shat on the bed one time.
Oh, wait, hold on, guys. Timmy's the boss came through with a $3 tip, says Timmy's my boy. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I remember your kitty that would always make noise. I just didn't know whether they, they get different as they get old. They get less clingy, like, as they get old. Like, he's younger and
the only thing that slowed her down was getting sick. She was
Yeah.
18. She'd still walk around every time we walk in the door. It was like, meow, meow.
Yeah.
I'd go in the kitchen.
It's like, yeah. It's like we're their life. Like the most interesting thing, the most fun thing, or whatever, the thing he has most enjoyment out of in life, I feel like it has to be me and my girlfriend, mainly me. He just is obsessed with me. He always wants to be with me. 90% of the day, he wants to be near me. Whenever I'm working, he always wants to be sitting in the chair in front of me or whatever.
Yeah,
it's not because he hates the way I hold him and stuff. Like, he doesn't give a flying dick fuck. If anything, he probably likes it because cats aren't afraid of, like, he ain't afraid of heights.
Yeah, we had a couple other cats. Kitty did not like being fucked with at all. Kitty was just an asshole. But Griselda, she was a big, fat, plumpy cat. She loved, you could pick her up and basically just roll her around. She wouldn't give a shit. But every time I'd go to sleep at night, as soon as I'd lay down, that fucking cat would just, you'd hear it walking up to the bed, and then it'd jump up on the bed, walk straight up onto my chest, and she wouldn't hold back, and she'd just start kneading into my chest with her claws, like puncturing me, and she's purring her head off, and you wouldn't dare disturb her because she was having such a good time. It fucking hurt. Every night before I'd go to bed, it'd be 5 minutes of literally being tortured by this cat, but it was having such a fun time. I never had it in my heart to stop her. I'd just sit there and go, ow, ow,
that's funny.
Ow. Things you do for your fucking pets, mate.
My cat that I had before Jack, Calico. Yeah, Timmy's showing his cat there. But my cat that I had before Jack here was Calico, and she was a calico kitty. The first time I ever saw her, my grandma went into her backyard and went, Calico, and give it a minute or so, Calico comes running out of the woods, like like she was a crazy kitty. When I first tried to adopt her, she, like, in the first week of me owning her, tore up a bird in my room, and there was feathers and shit everywhere. And so we gave her back to my grandma. But then I ended up taking her later on when my grandma died. Yeah, I see you, Timmy. What kind of dog is that? Is that your dog?
That's the old bulldog.
Whoa.
She had like 3 litters.
You're
3
lying.
litters
You're
of
lying.
bulldog.
All right, let's
And
continue.
each bulldog was worth like $1,500.
You don't know that. You don't know math.
And she had a litter of like 6, 3 times.
Billy. So yeah, yeah. Those
These are the
dogs.
puppies.
Yeah, that's a cute puppy. So let me see. So yeah, if we can get like 88% in on the goal, because we got some super chats and stuff, if we can get like 88% in on the goal, that'd be like $22.
Look at all of them.
Yeah.
And a litter of like 6.
Yeah, they're cute.
Some of them are worth more because they're like the all white one. He was worth way more. See the all white one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. This one had a lot of white on them. Or there's a female. I think they're all female.
You're lying. Alright, we got 9 more minutes to the video. Let's make some more
Thayne appears to be protective of Bob and somewhat reluctant to say anything that could get Bob in trouble. This is unusual, as generally psychopaths only care about themselves. They may pretend to have concern for another person, but only as a form of manipulation to get what they want. However, Thayne may be trying to portray himself as a stand-up guy, because he's willing to take the fall for Bob. Bob is one of the biggest conundrums of this case, as he appears to have helped Thayne after he knowingly killed his grandson. Unfortunately, that choice may be a mystery we never solve. But that's not the only baffling family connection in this case. As the detectives continue their efforts to fill in the missing pieces of the puzzle, they return to the topic of motive. Thayne may have given a motive, but it's still not making sense.
Hey! Drunken Crow coming through with a 5. With this 5er and super chats, the progress is at 84.36. Look at Drunken Crow with his calculator and shit. Alright, I'll go with that. So that means just $15 more in tips. We'll just call it $15 more in tips, because there were some super chats and stuff. If we can just get 15 more in tips, guys, I'll keep streaming tonight. We could do that. We could do 15. Thank you, Drunken. Thank you, Big Balls. I like how Drunken's like sitting back with a calculator figuring out all this stuff, though.
I seriously am. I got one popped up right now.
Yeah. I was just rounding because, like, I don't know, conversion rates with stuff, but I'm not that worried. As long as we can, I'm 15 more. We'll go with that. We'll stay with that. That's cool. 15 more. I clean my account. Yeah, Tim. We got someone else who can get us 15 more on the goal. I'm gonna take a dab. Thank you to everybody supporting. Thank you, guys.
Effort to keep justifying what he's done. He will soon reveal what may be his most outrageous claim yet.
You're lying.
So what about this other guy you said you wanted to kill? What's his name
I think
again?
that's just because YouTube takes a while for it to... The super chat takes a while to come through.
Third guy?
You said you wanted to kill 3 people.
2.
Yeah.
There were 3 people that used to be the biggest.
Yeah, because it just
I see. And you wanted to kill 2.
22nd.
Yeah. Has he asked him why he killed the kid yet? Because I was waiting for him to ask him that and see what his response would be to that. Because his answer to killing the adults is like, oh yeah, there were druggies or something. Then the other one, I guess he was trying to. Oh yeah, he did have an answer to that. Anyways, never mind. He killed the first guy, and the reason he killed the other.
Yeah.
Matching one-offs. Billy Boy Blue, thank you, Big Balls. Thank you. So what? Every $1 tip you'll match? What was I saying here? Yeah, he was doing that to keep himself from getting in trouble. Never mind, or at least he said that. That was his claim. Killing the other 2 afterwards.
2 of the 3.
As the interrogation is winding down, Thayne still hasn't provided a convincing motive as to why he took it upon himself to end the lives of 3 people, other than his baseless claim that Jeff was a drug dealer. And it must be noted that no evidence was ever found that supported this idea after all. Still, there had to be more to it. As the detectives press him,
Match me, Daddy.
Ha! Timmy coming through with a $1 tip says, match me, Daddy. Thank you, Timmy. So 13 more dollars in tips.
Makes a sickening allegation,
Have you ever
revealing
seen
more behind his profound hatred toward.
Kazuni?
The one, what?
The one's voiced by, what's his? Kazuni. Kizune? Kazumi.
The person that was on our podcast?
Yeah, he voices some of these Ewu things.
Huh, I wonder if I've watched any. And
You have.
I have.
Yep, I've mentioned it before. We've watched at least one where Kiz did the voiceover.
Really?
He's very good at it. He's got a great voice for it.
Match me, daddy.
He's just a really good voiceover guy, in my opinion.
All right, I'm gonna take a dab. Well, you need to point it out the next time it happens. Cheers, you guys. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. Sometimes I don't pay attention to you because you're weird. Cheers, you guys.
It's time.
I had feelings I'd be hurt at this point about what he just said, but luckily I don't have any feelings, so I'll just keep taking his abuse.
You must have made enough money now to finally purchase Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh gosh, I'm not getting that.
No? You're not transphobic?
That's the reason I'm not getting it. It's a virtue signal.
Oh my goodness.
It's a virtue signal.
Trubisky is not transphobic.
Wait, who
not transphobic?
By not buying the game, who are you virtue signaling for then?
For trans people, because the stupid
J.K. Rowling, yeah.
Yeah, she's
a transphobic.
Please explain to me what J.K. Rowling has got the fuck to do with the production of the video game. And I can tell you right now, because
it's her story.
She's got absolutely nothing to do with it. And the innocent video game company and all the developers that are currently caught up in this fucking nightmarish clusterfuck of bullshit are the ones that are going to suffer. J.K. made her money fucking years ago. All of these people go, stop it. And just go and buy the good video game, because it's apparently a really good video game.
That's it. I was actually thinking about buying it, and now because you said that, I'm for sure not buying it.
Good.
Okay.
See, my work here has done reverse psychology at its fucking finest. You saw what I did there.
You shit everywhere. What's up, Mango? Someone that's cool. Everyone else shut the fuck up.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Mango. We're doing a cool guy thing here where we're prolonging this so much that we've been dealing with the last like 10 minutes of the video for like 30 or 40 minutes or something. We're slow.
Yeah, Trubisky keeps touching his wiener and saying, "Man, you should see this thing. It is magnificent."
Oh,
he just keeps looking at
it. It is pretty. Oh, hold up. Rat Lord coming through with a 5 says, by not supporting the game, he is shoving it up to himself. Oh crap, I need to let's see, let me pull that up here. Thank you, Rattler. That puts it at, is it 8 or 7? I think we're $7 away. By not supporting the game, he is shoving it up to himself. Get them, Shab. Stop having fun for other people's fake values. Exactly, Rat Lord. See, Rat Lord gets it. He has a big penis. That's how you know he's cool. His big, gigantic, veiny penis.
I found one. Voiced by Kazumi. 2 years ago. The Case of Michael Dunn. You should do this one someday.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Definitely not BBB coming through with a 10. A little bit of Brigitte Blue. Oh, wait, no. I thought it was going to be that other songs. Brigitte Blue. A little bit of Brigitte Blue. Oh, God. It's a big one. Big one.
They make it Trubisky read.
A little bit of Brigitte Blue in my life. A little bit of Mango by my side. A little bit of Raisin Girl is all I need. A little bit of Missy is what I see. Yes, that is my favorite Justin Bieber song. I remember that one. You guys remember that JB song? I do. Okay, so I guess that made us hit the crazy guy goal. Thank you guys. I really do. Yeah, thank you to everybody supporting. I really do appreciate everybody. I'm gonna.
I want to hear the murderer say that they wanted to touch my butthole and that's why I went postal and killed the kid.
Yeah, let me just do something real quick, and then we'll finish. Finish this. Let's see. Little bit of rock and roll. How have you been? How'd your cool girl show go? Mango?
It went pretty fucking good. We're going to continue tomorrow night at the same time with the same trial coverage.
Lies. Is she lying?
Have you ever done a voiced by Kazumi video, Mango?
Yes. Oh, Mango, I don't know about Mango.
No.
But I know we've done one episode at least with, because as soon as the voiceover started, we used to have him on Pimp Show fairly regularly. I've now sort of interacted with him for a few years now. He's got a great voice for voiceovers. It's a natural.
Yeah.
And Pastor Gatorcoot too is another dude that's got a brilliant fucking voice for voiceovers. I don't know where the pastor's been. I hope he's doing well. But he has got a golden voice, that dude. Holy shit.
No, mostly on my channel, we just do like deep dives into various topics, or we cover different trials. I did an entire thing on Richard Allen, who is the current only person being charged with the Delphi murders. I did a deep dive into the legal paperwork on his case. And then with the Richard Alexander Murdo trial, I have all of the legal paperwork for that. And we did talk earlier about the estate of Maggie Murdo, which is just fuck shit all within itself. So, yeah.
So I'm gonna say, who's that one guy that was on that made the Cordova virus song? Red Eye. What's his name again? I forget his name. It's one of the Bragg Domingo that he was on our show back in the day. Cause I like.
You talking about Rucka?
Oh yeah, do you know who Rucka Ali is? Mango?
No clue.
Oh, well you're a poopy doopy head. What the heck?
I'm not
Who Ali?
What about Rucka Ali, Timmy?
I said, what is it? Rocka?
Rucka with a U. Rucka or whatever. Yeah, I recognize that name. I feel like when I was a kid I heard that name and stuff. But yeah, we had him on the podcast back in the day. That was cool.
So,
is this him, a rapper, singer, radio personality?
Yeah,
comedian, YouTuber, and parodist.
Yeah, you found
it. His dark humor, political, and topical song on YouTube.
Yeah, he was on the Wood with me and Pimp Monk. All right, so let's.
I'm Pimp Monk.
I'm Pimp Monk, and here's Rucka Ali and Shabisky. Yeah.
I don't recall.
Now give me money.
I don't recall.
You like that, Red Eye?
I'm Pimp Monk.
I'm Pimp Monk.
I'm Pimp Monk.
Now give me money.
You give me money.
Jack, tell him. Now give me money. Look at this
Jack
cute.
Monk.
This is Jack Monk. I'm Jack Monk. Give me cat food. Look how cute Jack is. Isn't he a cutie?
This must have been before you were producing it.
What?
This must have been back when Bullinator was producing it.
Sure,
Before
yeah.
you were-
Yeah. Yeah, I was on the show that he was on. I met
I
Rucka.
actually saw a video. Oh, whose channel was it? It's just some channel with a couple of hundred subs, and at the start of the video, it came up in remembrance of Bull. So it was really cool to see his name and people still remember him. So
I think I may have
you got
seen that.
if you got a glass handy and you got some alcohol, maybe load that son of a bitch up, raise it to the sky, and knock one back for Bulls. If you feel so inclined. I do miss that guy. He was a fucking brilliant human being and made things better. Especially idiots like me and Pimp Monk, he made us look a lot better than what we were actually doing. We had production values with Bulls. No, he was a really cool dude too. And he loved his Star Trek.
Yeah.
I've only seen a few of the ones he produced. Because after he passed away, he couldn't really produce it anymore. What are you laughing at? I'm serious.
Oh my god. The way you said that. After he passed away, he couldn't really produce it anymore.
You know, he's just a little bit dead. You know, it happens.
He can't produce it. It's weird. All of a sudden, he couldn't produce anymore. We were like, "Hey, what the fuck, Bulls? We get it that you died, but what the fuck? The show happens at 8. It's 8:30. Like,
we're still." You know, that's our fault. We should have gone to one of the PSYOP channels where they get those spirit box things and do the ghost hunting. Got them to hunt down Bulls' ghost. We should have then rung the Ghostbusters, wrapped him in something, put him in a jar in front of a production desk, and made him get back to fucking
put him in a
work.
USB drive and then hook him into the computer, and then boom, we're back online.
Ghost in the machine. Get back to work, Bulls.
Yes.
Death is no excuse for tardiness.
You can only work kinda sorta if you're a little bit dead. Okay.
Dude, Timmy just made me crack up when he said that. He didn't even mean to say it like a joke, and he said it in such a way like it was a joke. Like,
it was great.
Yeah.
You need to make an intro for the Trubisky. For the Trubisky show.
I need to make an intro?
There's no intro yet.
There's no Trubisky show. There's the Dank Dumpster Podcast. And yeah, I do need a standard intro for it. I only have the high crimes intro. Make me an intro, Mango.
Oh, I'm not good at that.
Oh, I figured you're great at everything. You seem like it.
I'm good at research.
Well,
I could sing it into the Pringles can.
Yeah, it would be cool to get him. I don't know how much he'd charge, but I imagine for hundreds of dollars or something like that, he could give me a nice one that better than I can make.
Dave would probably.
Dave McGinnis.
Yeah, because I actually helped. Like, Dave wrote all the music, but I was throwing ideas at him, and one of the ideas for Pimp's song, the whole concept behind it was, think of New Orleans. It's fucking during Mardi Gras, and the jazz band has just come home at 3 a.m. and they're down in their basement and they're jamming out, and they just get so drunk to the point that they're collapsing and passing out while playing their instruments, and that's the whole why it's so loose and loud.
Yeah.
That whole intro. I
don't remember it all the way, but I remember it being really good. I remember it being a good little song, a very good intro, aesthetically. Maybe
Dave's an incredibly talented, underrated player on the scene, and if you want a literal, like a really good, if you went paid the going market rate legit, you'd probably be paying close to 10 grand for what Pimp got.
Yeah.
An original song and an animated intro.
Mango, did you know that Pink used to watch our show? Pink used to watch The Wood, and they even bought a laptop for one of the people that worked in The Wood.
Look, a lot of people that may be called celebrities have maybe stopped by and watched Pimp at one point.
Yeah, Pink
or another.
Used to watch. Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, never mind. I made it up.
That's the original. That's the original thumbnail.
Yeah, I remember that thumbnail.
That's one of the thumbnails.
Yeah, look, here's the connection.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's Landon. Landon, I've heard the story where Landon, he was sitting in a certain airport ready to go on for a flight, and
Yeah, that's the old
greatest-
intro right there. What he's playing. Sorry.
Yeah, no, and that
Okay.
Landon and the Queen of Rock may have shared a fine bottle of whiskey or two in their time, and I may have conversed via a third party about guitars once or twice with a couple of
Ladies
people
and
and had really good conversations.
I remember back in the day when Red Eye would be on camera.
No, you can't, because I've never had a camera.
Are you sure? It was someone that went
No,
by
you're
Red
mixed-
Eye that had a camera.
Nope, was
I
not
think
me.
you're maybe mixing it up with
Red's Rhetoric.
I don't want to dead name them because there was someone else with long hair that used to be on. That was a male
No,
with glasses or kind of thing.
This was way back in the beginning, when PT Ham was around in the chat. Dude went by Red Eye, but he was not Australian.
Yeah, don't remember that.
I do, because I was around for that. That was way back in late 2017, early 2018, before you started coming around. It was a different Red Eye, but he was on cam. I remember that.
No, that's definitely not Red Eye. Because I'm
Maybe
the only
it's-
Red Eye that's been on Pimp Show. You're remembering someone else and mixing the name up. Because I've never, ever been on camera. I can promise you that, because I've never bought one.
No, but he did go by Red Eye. You want to know how I know? Because he was in the chat as Red Eye. Except
that would have
he
been me in
was
chat as
not
Red Eye.
Threes.
No, well, my name wasn't always in threes. I've had about 5 or 6 YouTube accounts. That would have been me in chat, I promise you. But it was not me on the show. Never had a camera. But I have had, see how Red Eye's written in chat right now? I've had 3 accounts with that one, and this latest one I just wrote the other way. Just fuck it. It's a thing I do on nuke accounts every 6 to 12 months. I'm actually amazed this one's lasted this fucking long. And this is like my 10th Discord account.
You're lying.
The show named after an erection.
That's,
I've never seen
I've
this
been in
intro
Red Eye.
before.
I've been Red Eye and Pimp's chat from. I started watching Pimp when he had less than 2,000 subs,
You're lying.
and
All
ended
right.
up with 16,000.
Dude, I came around at some point a real long time before I ever like met Pimp, and I came through when he was, I don't know, he was sitting at some shitty desk and stuff, and I guess it was kind of pointed down in a way where you could see the desk more. Does that sound kind of familiar, Red Eye? Where like I don't know. It was a long time ago. But at some point he had I guess a kind of camera view where it was kind of up pointed down in a way where you could see him and you could see the area of the desk, I think, too, with him. I don't know. But it was a long time ago. Red Eye has to change accounts because he's on the run. Well, yeah, he's a bitch. He's on the run. He's scared.
This is the very first show. The very first Pitmonk show.
You don't know that.
It is. It's the first one I can see.
Prove it.
I went to live and I scrolled all the way down on his account. It won't go down any further, see?
Because there used to be the Pimp Monk show.
Oh,
and
people
that-
world.
There was 20-something episodes of that, and I think one of the very last ones was when they had the guys that were basically going out being vigilantes with their alter egos dressed up in uniforms and the like. And then we did the wood for, God, a couple of years. I can't remember how many episodes of the wood we actually did.
It only goes back 3 years on the Pitmonk X channel.
If you go to the Pimp Monk Shorts channel, it goes back 6 years.
You're lying. Alright, let's... Let's poop. Alright, let's finish this video. 8 minutes left. Mango, why'd you turn your camera off? The viewership dropped dramatically when you did that.
Oh my god.
What the fuck, Mango? We had so many viewers. Now we have barely any. That's it. Mango's okay, you're not grounded anymore. Okay. I'm drunk.
Oh god, it keeps going. I tried
What?
scrolling to the bottom of that one. It just keeps going though.
Yeah, Pimp
I get
Monk
the 6
Shorts-
years back.
Yeah. It goes back 6 years. Once you reach the bottom, it's like one of his very first live streams where he's using Google Meets.
You can filter from oldest to
Yep.
newest.
And you'll see people in such streams as nerdy chick with glasses. And
Yeah, Keemstar came to his
Yep, there's
thing.
the very
Alexis.
first one. Pimp Monk Lives.
lives.
yeah, that's, Pimp Monk started getting me on those.
I'm Pimo, look at me, give me money. Give me all your money. Give me all your money right now. Give me. Alright.
I'm Pimp Monk.
Alright, let's
Give me money.
finish. Let's finish hearing how this poor jock genius murdered a 10-year-old and 2 older men.
That do drugs. There's some very bad people up there. Why did you pick Jeff?
He's responsible for Mariah going to foster care. I've heard terrible things.
If you found any of his previous statements to be shocking, what you're about to hear will completely blow your mind.
Dog. Like that. Weird.
He would call him that. You say
He was.
he was what?
A dog.
He was a dog.
Bestiality.
Jeff was?
Yes.
And how do you know
Oh
that?
god.
Oh, it's
Like, even if
That's
he's
bullshit.
being real, like, let's see, he's being real. It shows how fucking crazy he is. He thinks that murdering is like better than bestiality morally. It's like no, like
he's pulling that out of his ass to justify himself.
he probably is. But even if it is real, it's like I wouldn't doubt there is some of that kind of bullshit mentality behind it. I mean, he probably murdered him because of some stupid shit like that, where he found justice in his brain, thought like he's in the right, taking him out. Some sort of mental gymnastics he does or something. But it's like, you know. What do you think, Mango? I wish you would have been here for the whole story. You're just getting here at the end when the pretty boy's
Yeah, I know.
getting arrested.
He already admitted. He stabbed
yeah.
someone.
Yeah, he killed 2 men and a little 10-year-old boy, and he's already admitted to it.
Oh
Now
shit! He
he's just-
killed the. He
Yeah, he
hasn't
didn't pay
admitted to killing anyone
No,
else though.
What?
Did he admit to killing the little boy?
Yeah, you need to pay attention, Timmy. Yeah. The story was that he went to the shed, he killed the first older guy, and then he claimed that he had to get rid of anybody else that knew he was there. So he went back in the house and killed the man and the little boy. He first stabbed the man.
No. He stabbed the man, then went and killed the little kid, came back out and landed and realized, oh shit, the second guy that I stabbed, he's now gone, went out and found him. The dude had walked into the forest, but then I reckon due to loss of blood, he was very confused. He's come back out of cover, and the dudes dragged him into the ditch and finished him off, and then they found his body there. He's then gone to old dude's place, who was the grandfather of the kid killed. This guy's covered in blood, confesses his fucking sins to this dude, and then the dude says, right, hold on, we've got to cover this up, and you got to go interstate.
Yeah, the kid.
You'll learn your lesson after this, and you'll be a fucking very stand-up member of society. I'm quite sure after this fucking incident. Let me help you escape.
Yeah, Mango, the kid that got stabbed by this dude, the grandfather was trying to help him cover up. Yeah, to get out of it and stuff. Like, here's some clothes. I'll try to drop you off at the border or some bullshit.
You gotta
like
burn
that
that truck.
Yeah, some bullshit. Yeah, like, and it's like it's the grandfather. They weren't blood, but it's still his grandfather. And it's like what
There's
the fuck?
a lot to this.
His grandfather or the people he killed's grandfather?
It's the little boy's grandfather that got
Oh,
killed, the 10-year-old boy. Yeah.
Yeah, you know the old guy that keep showing the photo of the old guy that kind of looks like Santa if he chose to have a career of taking crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crack Santa we'll call him from now on.
Crack Santa.
Hearsay.
Okay.
There's no evidence to support such a ludicrous allegation, and it appears that once again Thayne may be attempting to justify his actions with claims that paint him as the so-called good guy in this twisted situation.
All right, if you want, I will let you write a statement out. Like, again, start where you feel is important and read up till now. You thought about this a couple days ahead of time, and your own words that this was premeditated. Do you feel it was?
Yeah.
You do feel it was. You know it was premeditated. And one more time before I let you write your statement here, you know about your Miranda rights. You don't have to do this.
Why the hell not?
He's gonna write a statement, or the
On that
detective
note,
is gonna.
they take a break and exit the room.
What'd you say?
The detective is gonna go write a statement now, and like, they have like he's already said that he killed 3 people.
Yeah.
He's going to jail forever.
Oh yeah, and he just admitted to premeditation too. That like he's getting in big trouble.
This guy's
may
strapped
actually
up.
be further evidence of his impulsivity.
He
He doesn't want to go through the whole legal process and wait to find out what's going to happen to him. He just wants to be sentenced immediately. This may have been a similar thought process as he had the night of the murder. When he arrived at Jeff's and saw there were additional people there, he didn't want to wait for another time. He had the plan in his head and just wanted to get it done, regardless of the additional casualties.
Hold my chair. Sure.
But if you thought the case ended here, it doesn't. Not quite yet. In classic Thayne fashion, he has more strange comments to offer as he writes up his statement.
And I just realized
Well, he's actually writing it
that
down.
the word they use for me is homicidal maniac.
He likely doesn't realize that he's further reinforced the fact that the murders were premeditated, and this definitely won't be of any benefit to his defense when the case goes to trial. Even as Thayne works through his statement, he can't help but keep talking, and the detective continues to humor him in case he adds anything more that they can eventually use against him. And of course, he does.
Honestly, I did it to test myself.
To test yourself? What type of test was that?
I don't know. To see if I was proficient. I told you I spent my childhood.
It was
wanted to be a soldier.
You wanted to be a soldier your childhood.
Like, stab.
So this is like a test for you to see if you're proficient.
Hold on. What a good test for a super soldier going in and slaughtering 3 unarmed civilians that weren't in a fucking battle zone, you fucking... Oh, I hope they push you into a live volcano.
Yeah.
Oh.
What an amazing guy.
I think you did. Other than getting me coming into your life, you didn't expect on that.
Had I worn gloves, had I spent the time, retraced my tracks better, had I burnt the house down, you might not have been here. You might not have never caught on to me. You said it yourself. And you said from what they said on the scene that whoever did it did a proficient job.
Mm-hmm.
So at least I got my answer.
You are proficient.
These words don't remotely resemble what you'd expect from an individual who's feeling even a hint of remorse.
What would you like to have happen?
Best possible outcome from this?
Realistically.
Realistically?
Of course.
I mean, obviously the families need to know what happened. They deserve an apology. It won't be much.
Yeah, I was going to say, what should we tell the family? What do you want us to tell the family? What do you want us to tell the little boy's mother?
That it wasn't personal.
Obviously, his
That it
statement
wasn't
couldn't provide
personal,
so much as a
thanks.
shred of comfort. And
After you killed my kid, that would really make a big difference.
I
didn't hate the kid.
He said it wasn't
I didn't hate
personal. Thanks. That makes all the
I didn't
difference.
know he would die if I poked him a little bit with my knife.
Yeah, I love that. Tiller wasn't personal. Like,
He should have had one of those retractable when it hits, and then threw ketchup at him and said, "Ha, you're dead," and ran away.
Whoa.
Into the forest.
That's a good prank.
That would have been a jackass.
even at the end, Thayne still tries to rationalize
My
his
name
actions.
is Thayne, and this is the
Anything
ketchup
closing you wanna
murder
say?
party.
I know, sorry, it's not good. I know. But you can throw it out there.
Best possible outcome, honestly, that good things could grow where evil was destroyed. You might not see it like that, but it's quite possible that these families will now become closer or stronger where they weren't. That maybe those children might be better calling.
Oh God, the way he says that, yeah, him killing that 10-year-old was him destroying evil. Thank God.
It was
like,
evil, man. He was the spawn of Satan.
Yeah, like shut up with this stupid dude. Like let's even say one of those older dudes had a drug problem. Like shut up, like destroying evil.
Oh yeah. Now, don't worry about the volcano. Now I want to take him down to, I don't know, somewhere where there's a junkyard.
You don't know that.
And a car compactor, and put him in a car.
Minecraft? A car?
Yeah.
Minecraft compactor?
Yeah, one of those, you know, those machines you can build in Minecraft where you can make things go.
Lots of pistons?
With all the pistons. We'll use lots of pistons and make the object that he's sitting in Minecraft.
Whoa.
About the size of a quarter block. Could we do that? Skeppy, can we do that?
We'll work on it, Scooby, right? Got to get back on the Minecraft game.
From what I understand, he wasn't necessarily their biological father and wasn't necessarily a good man. As for the boy, he was so young. Too young. From what I understand, he too was well on his way to Thomaston. As for me,
well on his way to what?
What's going to happen is...
What are you saying? Well,
Thompson, I assume that's a town.
Or an institution like a prison.
He was going to be mayor, man.
He's going to be mayor. The kid was going to be a criminal like his
yeah,
dad.
he's saying that. Yeah, that's what I was getting from that. And it's like, fuck you, you stupid bitch.
Oh,
like,
shit, yeah.
What a total piece of dog shit. Doesn't even get the kid like, oh yeah, the kid was probably going to be horrible anyways. Because of his dad or something. Like, shut the fuck up. You're a loser.
Like, dude, you don't know that.
Yeah, so I had to stab the kid. Like, what a douche. This guy's a
He was 10 years old. Like, fuck you. Fuck your shit. You don't know what type of life that kid was going to have. Instead, you made the decision for him.
Yeah, I hope this guy never gets let out of prison.
Either going to die in prison or be committed to a death sentence.
That's ironic that he says that right when I said that. Like,
What's the
he's gonna die in prison because he's the one
one
running around.
If
anybody's gonna die in prison, it's the one running around poking everybody with his knife. Like, Jesus Christ.
The death sentence would be better. He should get life in prison.
Do you see his current statement? I still have a lot of good nature to me. What sort of nature? Fungus growths under your fucking fingernails? A bit of dirt? Because it's the only good bit of nature that'd be on you. It's not actually you. It's what's attached to your fucking clothing, my friend. You piece of shit.
Yeah, don't you love the mental gymnastics after he kills these people? He's just like, yeah, they were bad people anyways. I probably helped the world, you know, getting rid of some evil.
Destroy the evil, yeah.
Yeah, some good will grow where the evil was. You know, I'm a good.
I am proficient at ridding the world of evil. Look what I have done. It's like, holy shit.
Like, people like this should never be let on the streets. What's up, Drunken Crow?
Maybe that was his plan. If he wants to get rid of evil, he has to do something in order to get put into jail where all the evil guys are.
He definitely, in one way, he did get rid of evil, putting himself in prison for the rest of his life. Because I doubt this guy will ever be on the streets again after killing 3 people, one being a 10-year-old kid. Prosecutors or whatever really look down on that, I'm sure. I would think a 10-year-old.
And I could still be used for good purposes. Gardening or
Target
otherwise.
practice, yes. Got fertilizer? I agree with that one.
Yeah, he would be. I bet he would be good fertilizer. You make a good point.
It's clear that the detectives have reached the limit when it comes to useful information Thayne is willing to provide.
I've had a gut full of this
Finally,
prick.
Thayne's monologue
Right?
must come to an end.
I guess we're ready.
Does anything else?
We'll take your coffee. But, they're going to arrest you for being a fugitive from justice. Okay. You're going to be charged with 3 counts of murder from the state of Maine. All right.
Could I maybe finish my coffee?
No, it's not.
No, fuck you.
Okay.
Oh
Thank God.
yeah, I love how the
Thank
cops
God
like.
have-
I love how the cops
Oh.
like, no, fuck you. Put the cuffs on him. Like, you're a piece of shit. Here.
Oh no, he just that's the ultimate. You are dismissed from a fucking cop. I've never ever heard one. See how he's look. That dude is looking that motherfucker straight in the eye with his hand, holding his hand so he can get his fucking full attention. He's saying, "May God have mercy on your fucking soul." That's as close as he's gonna. That cop is about an inch away from punching that man. That's why he's got hold of his hand so he doesn't punch his fist and start punching him in the face. That man is a hero. Salute to you, sir, for having such control of your emotions. Because right now, I'd be jumping up and down on that dude's head like it was a fucking trampoline, screeching like a spider monkey, throwing my shit at his face.
That is a
man.
cold and bold move on the officer because, let's say this was a mafia execution situation. Even the mafia will let you finish your cigarette.
Dude, the fact he doesn't let him finish his coffee and cigarette is such a cherry on top with that. Like, fuck you. You don't even get this. Spend your last little moments enjoying it to the least bit. Like, fuck you. Just like you fucked over those people. Get your ass in the cell. You piece of dog shit.
As soon as the cops didn't think they'd get a shred of fucking information out of him that'd be any more useful, it was like, yeah, give us that fucking coffee. No, you can't have your cigarette. Get this piece of fucking shit out of my goddamn interview room. And then the policeman probably went and bathed in a light acidic solution to peel the layer of skin off.
Look at the look on her face. I bet she knows this dude killed 2 people and a 10-year-old
They all
little
do.
boy. Yeah, she's looking at him like fuck you, motherfucker. Like,
Wait
yeah,
until rubber.
total piece of dog shit. He thinks he's such a fucking stud and a genius and shit. Thinks so highly of himself.
Have mercy on your soul.
Okay.
In
He's
addition
only
to
in
his
town
murder
for
charges, Thayne was charged with a count of arson. He waived extradition
Arson?
and returned to Maine. In keeping with his behavior so far, the legal proceedings that followed Thayne's arrest were anything but standard. Despite his detailed confession, he initially entered a plea of not guilty to each of his charges. Then, in May of 2011, there was a final twist. Thayne had a change of heart and amended his not guilty pleas to not criminally responsible by reason of insanity. It came as quite a surprise, based on a statement he made during his interrogation.
I'm not pleading for insanity, don't worry.
As a result, he was granted a 2-phase trial. Phase 1 produced guilty verdicts on each count. As for Phase 2, the jury found Thayne to have been criminally responsible on all counts. He received 3 life sentences for the murders, in addition to 15 years for arson. And despite multiple attempts to get his conviction overturned or have his case reviewed, Thayne has not had any success. He remains exactly where he should be, in a small prison cell where he can reflect on the 3 lives he so callously stole. But you must be wondering what became of Bob Strout. In a strange turn of events, Bob was arrested in 2011 by the Maine Drug Enforcement Agency and charged with aggravated furnishing or distribution of scheduled drugs and violation of bail. According to police, Bob allegedly furnished oxycodone to his grandson on 5 occasions. As far as his part in helping Thayne, Bob was convicted in 2012 and found guilty of hindering apprehension and arson. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison. However, all but 4 years of that sentence were suspended.
Aw, crack Santa got out early.
All right. So thank you to
So
everybody.
the real
that's...
drug dealer gets back out on the street.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah, if he was claiming that the problem was those people doing drugs or whatever, it's like the person that was doing drugs and dealing drugs or whatever was the person that was helping you and
Wow.
I don't know.
Someone's accused me of killing Pimp Monk. I didn't kill Pimp Monk. Pimp Monk's right here. It's like, hey, Pimp. It's like, give me money. I'm Pimp Monk.
I'm Pimp Monk. I want money. Give me all your money.
Give me some money. I want some money. Pimp Monk.
All right, so
That's a tasty hot dog.
All right, so I'm gonna.
Fat ass.
Yeah, no. All right. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end this stream, guys, and move over to another stream on this channel. I'm gonna go live. When I end this stream, it should move you guys over to that stream. So I'm gonna end this stream. Thank you, Timmy, Red Eye, Drunken Crow, and Mango for being on. Bunch of cool guys and girls. And thank you to everybody supporting. And peace out. I'll see you.